Hey, we're back. It's a little later than normal. Well, I don't know
Insert
what
theme song
normal
here.
is. Yeah, well,
Do 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 do
no,
do
see,
do
we have to have the
do.
opening scene, and then the theme song comes in.
And
Oh,
now this whole thing has been copyrighted.
Yeah. No,
Those
no.
opening bars.
It's fine if somebody does their own parody of it.
Oh, maybe it's a cover. That's what it is.
It's a cover.
anyway, our introduction.
Yeah. So it's been a couple of weeks since, Brasha wrecked you guys,
Bad things
sent you
happen.
through a wormhole.
Luckily,
Can we do this in the
we
style
got
of a
worked out.
Can we do this in the style of a captain's log?
Yeah. Captain's log supplemental. It's been about 2 weeks since Brasha messed with us. I vow vengeance on her. Also, these logs are encrypted. No one shall ever see them. We've returned to
That's not
Starbase.
how a captain's log works.
It is when the captain is rambling.
This is the XO's log.
Computer, delete that entire last log
May not
log
be
entry.
apocryphal.
Yes. We've returned to Space Station Bravo for repairs, and we have now set course for Abyss Station.
Wow, that's an ominous name.
Yeah, isn't it?
They know how to call them out here.
Isn't this one of the playtest adventures?
It might be.
Shh.
It's one of the living campaign adventures with modifications.
I mean, are there actually that many adventures pre-made for this system already?
No, there are not.
There are like 10.
So,
I mean, at least we're not running into a runaway male Orion.
Oh, you mean Zazaret?
That's what. Yeah.
Do you want to run into Zazaret? Because I can make that
No, that's okay.
happen. Stupid
What is
sexy
this?
Zazaret.
What?
It's what's happening on some other particular unnameable show that's also running Star Trek Adventures on Twitch.
Oh,
That's far more popular than
Why
than we
are
will
they
ever be.
unnameable?
Because I don't want to name them.
That doesn't mean they're unnameable. That means you don't want to name them. Hey, we've gotten wildly off track. Let's get back to that captain's log.
seriously.
So we're due to arrive at Abyss Station in approximately 1 hour, at which point we will discover more.
End log.
In log.
I don't know. Is that a thing?
Yeah, the Captain hits a button and goes,
Blink.
"Just done." He walks over to the replicator, orders a glass of cream soda, and kicks back in his ready room.
Why cream soda?
Who is this again? Is this our Denobulan Trill captain?
Yes. The cream
Because
soda makes him
that's
smile.
why.
It makes him smile. the creepy Denobulan smile.
It's fizzy, and if you drink enough of it, you start to like it. It's insidious. Just like the Federation.
Great scene.
We got a starship because of that once.
Really?
One of the quiz things that Jim Yeager runs on Trek. Anyway, off topic.
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
Step away for a second, but I'm listening.
All right. So,
Gotcha.
You all are on at your various stations. I know the three of you are at bridge stations. Zip, are you in main engineering, or are you at engineering station on the bridge?
Oh, I'll be on the bridge.
Okay.
What a
Rudy's
team
often on the
player.
bridge for no reason. So.
Sure. So you're at the bridge. Vax is in main engineering, just keeping everything working. running,
keeping the ship afloat.
having Fred run, scrubbing the deck plates and the Jeffries tubes.
This is
Penance.
boring job duty time, so you assigned it to him.
Yeah, this is, we're just traveling at warp 7. Everything's good.
Handy
I
little
want to be on the
cruising
bridge.
speed.
That's where stuff's happening.
Sitting playing Galaga while we're scanning for life forms.
Trying to not to run
Sure.
into any more liquidators.
Eh.
Brosh's ship. Yeah, like I said, she wrecked you guys.
I remember vividly.
So you come out of warp, and you see a space station. You see
What style of space station?
It looks very abyssal.
this is an old. Actually, it's a old
It's
K7 style space station.
it's made of the bones of giant space whales.
Oh no, it's Drazana Station! Run away!
You also see a couple of other interesting things. You see a small planet. Yeah,
Assuming the station is in orbit of said planet.
yes, it is. You also see a supernova.
Aren't you not supposed to see those? Don't they kill you
Say
instantly?
that again, Dave.
You see a supernova.
Dave,
Shields up!
you tell me it's like contained in some sort of field.
Tell
that
me
we
this
can
is the
destroy?
name of a ship docked at the station.
Supernova, like a nova, but good.
Dave, could you elaborate on what you exactly mean by you see a supernova? Because I'm really worried.
I'm scanning
by
the
that
supernova very
remark.
quickly.
So there's a black hole.
Running away, maximum warp.
Is everything? Is all of
That
our
comes
visual
after the
instruments-
supernova.
Are
At
all of our
least.
visual instruments slowly going towards red?
No, this was expected.
Is this like the scene out of Treasure Planet?
We expected.
Do we
to see
need
a
to ride the
supernova.
wave of the supernova?
You expected to see a black hole.
Okay,
as opposed to a supernova?
but
Yes.
that
Oh.
should be noted. A lack of supernova is a reasonable expectation, I think.
Yes.
Sorry. You see a black hole.
Oh, good.
Okay.
You know this is
makes
from
me
don't-
much happier.
sun.
You don't see a black hole. You see
So
a
much
lack of
as
thing.
a lack of black hole.
You see a lack of stars and light, and you can go, oh, look, there's a black hole over there.
There's a big hole.
I don't think
it's
that's what a
black.
supernova
See?
is.
Guys,
Supernova is a
it's a
big
black hole,
explosion
but-
wavefront that's going to destroy us
you-
all.
Very hazardous to your
You
health.
also see a massive alien facility. It's spherical, featureless, approximately the size of Earth, and very, very old.
Featureless does not
Space?
say Borg to me, so that's positive.
We're talking like an artificial
Yes,
planet
oh.
looking thing.
I think it's like an artificial spheroid.
Yes.
Size
So
being
much-
relatively ship-sized, or
No, roughly the size of Earth.
oh.
Population 7 billion, all Borg.
Oh God.
No.
All right. So
Um,
relation this artificial planet and the actual planet.
So, you know that the planet is Omega Draconis A star.
What?
Wait,
Not actually a star. A star
Sorry.
is its designation.
sorry, that's the name of the black hole. The planet is
Okay.
Omega Draconis 1.
Okay, now wait a minute. Is it a supernova, a black hole, or a star?
It's a black hole.
It's a black hole
That's-
where there used to be a star in the system.
Yes. It
Okay.
used to be the sun.
The
This
name
system
is
is centered around the
asterisk.
black hole.
Yes, it's A asterisk. It's pronounced A star.
Well, I'm glad we could find a path around this black hole.
Who's on
And-
first?
And the planet
few
is,
nerds will get
is the metal spheroid, like
Who thought this was a good name for this computer?
Who thought this was a good place to put a station?
Or that's what I meant. Who thought this was a good name? Like, why did I say computer? Who thought that this was a good name to print in a game that is played verbally?
That's a good point. Is who put that together?
Fourth wall.
When you can name it whatever you like, maybe pick something that rolls off the tongue.
Okay, so
something that rolls off the tongue
Thank
would
you,
be
Dave.
way too long of a name.
Sorry,
Dave.
David. Go continue with your description, and we will try to understand.
Okay, so halfway between you and the planet is the sphere.
Okay.
Do we have a preliminary sort of sensors that can tell us if it's orbiting the planet or the sun, the hole?
Yes, the sphere is orbiting the black hole.
Okay.
So they're just two
planets
that are close to each other in orbit.
And last but not least, did we expect to find this object in orbit alongside this planet and station?
Well,
is this normal for the system?
Because I would assume, knowing where we were headed, we would have an expectation of what would be there when we arrived. Is that
yes.
not correct?
So when you get,
I don't think we have a knowledge local stat.
No,
he's getting to us.
So when you get to Abyss Station, you are hailed by Commander Dr. Talah.
Okay.
Commander Doctor?
Commander Doctor.
Yes, Commander
Professor
Doctor.
Law.
Yes. She is a middle-aged, dark-skinned Vulcan. This is all important. Trust me.
Caucasian Klingons.
Really? All right.
Good old Balana. Anyway.
So, we've determined that the base has a shell of neutronium, which prevents our sensors from penetrating it.
Wait,
Our
what?
staff...
Where is this coming from? What are we talking
the
about?
doctor, the Commander Doctor.
She just started on a conversation with us, and I have no idea what she's talking about.
We haven't like been introduced to what she's talking about. The base.
The base.
We haven't talked about anything that's
the sphere, the station, which is presumably Abyss Station.
No.
The station is separate from the sphere.
The sphere out there. Keep up.
Okay.
That's the base.
That's her in character. Keep up. Keep up, ladies and gentlemen. The sphere
has a neutronium shell.
Yes, neutronium shell. Our sensors don't get through it. My staff managed to rig a set of gravimetric dampeners that allowed them to walk on the surface without being crushed.
When did this
Wait, this thing isn't normal for this sector?
Oh no, it's been here for a long time.
Okay.
Very long time. We're talking like Iconians.
Okay.
Like literal Iconians or compared to like Iconians?
Preservers to Khan Empire, something like that.
That era.
Okay, similar era.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm
long
from the
time
Gamma
ago.
Quadrant. I'm a little new to some of these things.
You've had research courses. You're wearing the uniform.
Yes.
You should know this.
Well, some of the less logical races are prone to exaggeration.
She blinks a couple of times and moves back to her data pad. Several weeks ago, one of our research teams located what turned out to be an ancient computer terminal on the exterior of the base. After much study and trial and error, they were able to activate and interface with the system. The last transmission indicated that they opened a doorway on the surface. The base began to activate.
What's been happening?
So she then sends over pictures.
Ooh.
And you see the base with glowing meridians that crisscross the surface. So it basically looks like one giant game of tic-tac-toe minus
Oh.
the X's and O's.
Looks like a globe.
It's a globe. It's a grid. It's just got bright blue, yellow, green, white strips all over.
All the lines are different.
All
Okay,
sorts of lighted
so-
bands.
Sorry, I'm just going to jump in here for a second. I am intensely confused about what is going on in the system. So we have how many distinct objects?
4.
Four if we
distinct-
include ourselves.
I'm not counting. So okay,
No,
so there's the
plus us.
ship, there's the planet, there's the black hole, and there's the sphere. The sphere is being called the
And there's
base.
the station.
Yes.
And there's the station. You forgot the station.
I thought the station and the sphere were the same thing.
No.
No.
Okay.
The station is an actual Federation space station based on the Deep Space Station K7.
Right. Okay.
Which is in orbit around the natural planet, which
So-
just happens to be close by to the artificial planet.
Okay.
All orbiting this black hole.
And the sphere is the thing that's all lit up and shiny.
It is not currently, was
But
lit
yes.
up and shiny when they took pictures of it.
Okay.
Yes.
I think I'm caught up now. Sorry.
All right.
You're good. It's good to get that all hashed out.
I'm caught up now too, so that's good.
Also, when it first activated, the base began generating gravitational distortions that somehow tilted the black hole very slowly.
It tilted the black hole.
That's
The event
incredible.
horizon.
Well, gravitational distortions.
And black holes are generally considered to be spinning. There's a huge amount of angular momentum there.
Okay, I got that, but that doesn't seem like a thing, but it's Star Trek. Let's keep going.
Look, technobabble.
The immediate danger is that the hole's radiation jets are now aimed along the galactic plane.
Holes radiation. I'm just gonna stop.
A black
The
hole
poles.
exudes
poles.
a lot of Hawking radiation around both ends. And so changing where those are facing is a huge endeavor, requires an incredible amount of energy, but would actually change their orientation.
But we call them radiation jets.
And that's
Yes.
a way of describing them. I suppose there's probably a technical term, but I wouldn't know what it is.
Okay, all right. I accept this. Let's move on.
I was going to say, this would make more sense if this was just like a white dwarf star or something.
I think it actually works out.
These are real
Aside
things
from
black holes do.
a black hole
Fair enough.
being a fairly useless light source.
These radiation jets aren't long enough to reach any nearby star systems, so don't worry about that. But Omega Draconis,
Is going to get fried.
yeah. The gamma rays will certainly devastate the population.
And apparently it's happening in less than
Without
a
a
year.
sun.
In less than half a year, actually.
The
Depending
alien
upon where
base-
they are in their orbit, as soon as they pass into the path of that radiation, they're going to be toast.
Yes. The alien base is orbiting perpendicular to the radiation jets. It's in no danger. Neither is Abyss Station.
Okay.
What?
That doesn't make any sense.
Not everything orbits in a pure plane.
You
Two
can
dimensions.
definitely have
I tend to
artificial
disagree.
things orbiting outside of the normal plane, but I'm not sure how the Abyss Station orbiting the planet could avoid the radiation stream.
Yeah, the planet is not avoiding the radiation stream, right? So
Correct.
Abyss Station cannot possibly be avoiding it.
Is Abyss Station orbiting the black hole or the planet?
Well, it's slightly no Abyss. Sorry.
Can I also
Abyss
say I feel
Station-
like we're getting a little bit caught up in the minutia here?
Right.
I feel
but
we're also getting a lot of talking over other people.
You are. Abyss Station is observing the planet. It is not.
okay.
It's more like DS9 post-discovery of the wormhole.
Got it.
It is not in orbit of Bajor.
Okay. I can accept that.
I can accept that.
It is nearby Bajor, but it is not at Bajor.
So everything is separately orbiting this black hole. And the planet,
Yes.
being the only natural object in orbit around here, is in the line, has been put in the line of fire of the black hole's radiation now that it has been affected by the base.
Yes.
That was turned on when they entered its opening that happened when they were jiggling around with its controls.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I heard.
Basically, it's like they didn't ask whether or not they should, merely whether they could.
Oh, God.
Right. So,
Which is the motto of Federation engineering in a nutshell.
Damn it,
Served them
Zip.
well thus far.
so Hadfield, we need our shuttlecraft are inoperable. We had two. One was on the way to the aliens. Sorry, the first one is on the alien station. And it was there when the gravitational distortions began, and we're assuming it's lost. We haven't.
Is there any information on the team that entered the base? I chime in.
No, we haven't heard from it. We haven't heard from anyone there.
They could still be alive in there?
It's possible, but improbable.
Continue.
This was several weeks ago. The second shuttle was en route to Omega Draconis 1 when the black hole tilted.
Did they leave their
That makes
shuttle
sense.
behind when they entered the base?
We don't know. We lost contact as soon as they entered.
I understand.
But that second shuttle is little more than a loose cloud of ever expanding atoms. So, you have two jobs. We need you to rescue the population, and we need you to find out what happened on the base.
Sorry, the shuttle going to the planet got disintegrated.
Yes.
Okay.
Captain, I think we need to send a boarding party to check out the base. Apparently, this computer interface was enough to get it to open up at least, and that'll be the only way we can modify the black hole further.
I agree with you, Lieutenant Devon. I
volunteered to lead a search party.
Ooh, someone's eager. You kind of hear that under Yoren's breath from his console.
Captain, it may be more appropriate if I lead the search party. I am trained in several combat medicine techniques which may be of aid if there are injured aboard the station. In addition, my proficiency with both science and board technology may be useful in this endeavor. Also, if there are any propulsion systems on board the sphere, I may be able to get them moving such that we can tilt the black hole's plane further.
You'll be a damn sight better at tech than I.
I like both of you going, and that would leave Commander Denning here to lead our away team to the planet, which makes sense. That covers our security aspect.
Forgive me for asking, Captain, but what exactly are we going to do on the planet that would have any effect besides what if the team on the sphere fails?
Well, we don't know who or what is there. We just know that we need to get down there and rescue people.
Are we still online to the Vulcan who was talking to us?
You're probably muted, or
Mhm.
she's muted at this point. So if you want to be, you can open that back up.
Do we? I will ask the captain as a way to imply that he should ask her if there is any kind of historical reference to the sphere that might be on the planet. Something that they might know that we could discover there that they haven't found out already.
So Captain Roan asks, so Commander Doctor, what do the people of Omega Draconis know of this situation? Well, ultimately, not much. They are very primitive. They don't have warp capabilities.
Oh
crap,
my god!
We're already breaking the.
The prime directive is nigh.
Oh, good. Well, episode 2. That was a good time to get to it.
It really is kind of what you have to open with.
Mm-hmm.
Am I gonna get to befriend a small little girl?
Sorry.
Not if you go to the station.
Right.
No. If there's a big technological sphere, you can bet Tawny's gonna be there.
Mhm.
We do have some information on them. They are very intelligent. They show a great deal of potential. Captain, I know you're worried about Prime Directive. I can see it in your face.
Mm-hmm.
To assuage your misgivings, Starfleet caused the tilt of this black hole. If we had never interfered, these people would not be in danger. That is
It really
something
is our
to
duty to
consider.
save everyone.
If we had never been here, we wouldn't need to do anything. You're the captain. I'm a commander. You outrank me. But you are here. You have the rank because you know what to do.
Commander Doctor, forgive me for intruding, but how many people are we talking about on the planet here?
We don't have an exact count. A lot of people are nomadic, but we're talking about
Turn around, do the scans for life forms.
100. Yeah, if you want to do a scan, you can.
Scanning for life forms, doing the little song.
Did you have a conversation with Commander Data before he passed away, Yorin?
Oh, I heard much about him in my academy courses. He was a fascinating individual.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead and make a
Insight something.
Yeah, make an insight science roll.
Oh, that's right.
That's gonna be like difficulty. I'll give you difficulty 0 on this.
All right, and then I need additional info. All right.
Yeah. The ship will even assist with its no, this will be sensors science.
Mm-hmm. I'll just go with base. I've got 2 successes, 12 and 16.
Okay. The ship gives you an assist.
Gotcha. And I get a free bonus momentum to immediately spend on additional info.
Yes, because you're sciencing.
Yes.
Fancy.
And I used equipment correctly.
Bingo.
You didn't scan the Romulans that said "Don't scan us."
Yeah, that's the case. So
Go you.
success with my 1 momentum to begin with, and then we'll see if I need to spend more.
Yes. So how many total successes did you have there?
We had a total of 3 successes plus 1.
Great. So you guys have 3 momentum, and you can spend if you need more.
Gotcha. So first to figure out how much did I get from just now, and do I need to decide?
Yeah. So you're scanning for population first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, you can't get an exact number. The radiation is throwing things off, but
Okay.
you can tell there's less than 1,000 people on the planet.
Gotcha. Can I see how many groups they're in?
Yeah, they're in like 4 main groups.
Mhm.
Pockets
Relatively
of yeah,
relatively near each other, or like way
yeah,
across the
within-
planet from each other?
No, they're within from one group to another. They're about a mile, 2 miles apart.
Okay, so they're really close on this gigantic planet.
Yes. The planet is definitely smaller than Earth, just as a whole. It's also about 85% water. So,
Gotcha.
and it only has 2 main land masses, and all of these people are on one. They're on a landmass roughly the size of South
Texas?
America.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
And so what the doctor commander kind of chimes in and says, yeah, these people set up villages and they have a lot of hunting grounds, but they always come back to this area.
Gotcha.
We suspect they're poised to go exploring in the next 100 years, but for right now, they're here. Think of this as Earth in pre-colonial times. They haven't.
Can I spend an additional momentum that we just got from this to figure out maybe why this is their central location? If there's some kind of defining characteristic or maybe underlying reason that they might be here, like hidden technology.
Sure. You don't see any tech,
Mhm.
but you see that they've started building very rudimentary buildings.
Mhm.
So this is almost home base to them.
Mhm. So like a nearby freshwater lake or something, not like a
Yes,
not like a 20-foot tall obsidian monolith.
Nothing that you can really see from this far out.
Okay.
But since you did spend the momentum, they're almost an enigma. They don't quite follow the pattern of Earth development because they share some cultural similarities to Native Americans in their nomadic ways, but then they also share some similarities with Greeks or Romans in that they have this structure and they're building some infrastructure.
Gotcha.
And so they have a home base. They have fresh water sources. They seem to have aqueducts here.
Ooh. Sounds like something I need to go down and investigate myself.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm going on that away team.
Okay. So right now, we have Ta'ani and
Koss.
And Koss going to the sphere. We have Yorin and Tess going to the planet. Zip, where are you off to?
Well, if I'm not needed on the planet, I think I should go towards the stand up and volunteer. If you don't need me, if on the planet, Captain, I'd like to go to the big technological doohickey out there, and I'd like to bring the binars with me if we're going to need computer interfaces.
Sounds good, Zip.
So we've got our human engineer, our Vulcan Borg helmsman, and our Bajoran tactical officer, right?
Bingo.
Yes.
Cool. So they got a little bit of
And
everything.
thing 1 and thing 10.
Yes.
Who's gonna fly this thing?
We have backups. What's his name? Oh, my friend.
Yag.
Yeg. Yeg.
Yeah.
The Jägermeister.
Yeah.
Tess says, Captain, I'd like to take Dr. Gill with me to the planet.
Oh God.
Oh boy.
That's okay. He probably doesn't have to speak.
I
Let
don't need
me.
you to do a lot. I just want the backup.
Okay. All right. I might suggest that Ida go do her workout out the park if that comes up.
Worst case, I can take the
She's-
nurse.
So she does. She does that. She likes to do that.
Okay.
So that, and she's agreeable to that. So
Just because this is... Who else is going? Okay, so who's going planet side? This is Tess.
Yoren and
Yoren.
Doctor.
Doctor.
Oh. I'm going to bring along second.
You're
I'll
just
spend
trying
one
to
of ours.
scare the natives, aren't you?
Well, we don't know what kind of situation we're walking into, so it never hurts to have a little muscle around, right?
Okay.
So that's one of our 4 support for the mission, right?
Yes.
And the binars are 2 more, so
Yes.
3 out of 4 support.
I think you guys have 6 support, but
Okay, I just made up a number actually. Really?
yeah, because you have support equal to your scale, and somebody here has
That's
a
me.
talent that gives you. I think it might also be Zip.
Gotcha.
So, anyways,
So we have additional
like 6
backup we
or
can still
7.
call if need be, either from
Yes.
the ship or from the faceless masses.
There's
red shirts we
lots
brought
of
with us.
backup.
Well, and
Yes.
there's going to be red shirts along with us, right? I mean,
Sure.
not necessarily red
Sure.
shirts.
Gold shirts. Gold shirts.
Yeah,
You can each bring you're each bringing another
a couple
random
generics.
tactical officer.
I
Well-
think we'd be bringing another science officer to figure out the sphere.
We're
me
bringing
think.
along whatever will be useful when we figure it out once we get there, and then use the convenience of plot to have brought the right person along.
Okay, so
Yes,
you're each
dig it.
bringing 2 more people with you.
sure.
Each party is bringing 2 more people with us.
Sure.
Okay.
2 generics, essentially.
Yeah, I've got my 2
Is the
binars.
captain going down to the planet or no?
No, the captain's going to stay on ship.
Okay, good. I thought I heard him wanting to go down to the planet. I was about to say niet.
This isn't one of those like lead from the front situations.
This isn't the day eras
Yeah.
of Kirk.
You know,
It would have been if Nick was here, but I'm not.
Mhm.
I'm not going to try to role play
Gotcha.
2 player character NPC as me. No, too much. Too much work.
All right.
Okay.
what was I going to say? There was something I wanted to say. Oh, David, once we're off air, because I don't want to take up time with it, I had an idea that I wanted to talk to you about.
Okay.
Just like a philosophy of RPG thing. So
Yes.
Oh, and before we go down, how many people can we actually fit if, say, we had to evacuate everyone onto the ship?
You can probably fit a good.
Not all of them.
No, probably about 200.
is that including the ambassadorial suites?
You can probably fit 300.
Yeah, we can squeeze him in the cargo bays, the holodeck, whatever.
Cover, the ambassadorial suites would fit at least 10 each.
We can
Wow.
replicate bunk beds and.
Good
cots
thing we
and
got
things.
those.
They're essentially sardines, you know?
Somehow I feel like these people might not care how they have to live because they're alive.
The whole
Well,
living thing
assuming
is
that we
pretty
can
complicated.
convince them and they believe us.
Right.
Are we going to have to
That is-
vaporize their aqueduct?
So here's the trick.
Like, these
So-
people don't even live in light. They live in constant darkness because there's no star in the system.
So, per the Prime Directive and other numerous laws, only people who want to be rescued can be removed from their homes.
Okay. Deal.
You can't just pull people out and slap a transporter booster on them and then beam them out.
You incentivize
Understood.
them by destroying their infrastructure.
Shh. Don't give away
Don't-
all my secrets.
Don't be that guy.
There's a reason I'm a bold engineer and a manipulative deceiver.
Okay.
And also, are we shuttling to the planet or are we transporting to the planet?
Make sure to tell Chief O'Brien which one you pick. You guys have seen that, right? Chief O'Brien at work.
Yes.
Oh yeah. He's got a book of it on Kickstarter, or he had one. I don't remember.
Well, I'll say this: you're definitely shuttling to the base,
Precisely.
because that's the only way.
It was a neutronium. It was neutronium, right? The
Yes.
neutronium hull or something. Okay.
Shell.
Yeah, that's the only way.
It's kind of your choice if you want to shuttle or transport to the planet.
We should probably take a shuttle just to be safe, because since there's radiation problems.
Okay.
The sensors are already having a little bit of a
A bad day.
then teleporters go really soon after if experience has taught anything.
So what shuttle? So who's taking what shuttle?
I want to take
Remind me which shuttles we have again.
the Joseph Vanderyacht.
Did we? I don't think we have the Joseph.
We don't have a yacht?
No, the yacht is the Jordan Cott.
Oh.
What?
It's the Jordan Cott yacht,
Well, you guys can take the Terry Latorco.
What?
the one that already crashed on Xerxes.
Oh, yeah, that's always a good one, right? It can crash on the base and it'll get experience. It's all good.
I mean, that's a
Okay.
runabout, not a shuttle, but sure.
Oh, is that what we have? What's the Peter? Can we have the Peter?
Yeah, we can take the Peter to the planet.
Okay.
The Peter Smith.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so what are our other options? We'll take a different shuttle.
You want to take the Andrew Parks to the base?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Careful for balance issues. Good thing you got a good pilot.
Yes.
Everyone else has got that.
So, Taani, you're piloting the Andrew Parks, right?
Yes.
Great. You should give me let's say a control con roll.
Oh, maybe I should open my character sheet. Hang on.
I mean, that would probably be helpful.
Yeah, I just didn't.
Pretty
even-
sure that's a 17 for you, Tucker.
You said piloting con, or
Yeah, control.
control? Yeah, that's 17.
No, it's 16. Your daring's 12.
That's right. Okay, 16.
Oh,
Difficulty 1.
2 successes, double 8s. Interestingly.
Oh, nice.
Hmm.
All right. So you make it to the station with.
I communicate.
station or the base?
I communicate with the ship. before we do, I communicate with the ship. Ta'ani to Hadfield, come in.
This is Captain Roan. Go ahead, Tawny.
Ta'ani, Captain Roan, I have experienced a minor malfunction and have corrected for it. The shuttle was, in fact, out of balance. It seems that this particular shuttle is overpowered. I have reduced power levels to compensate.
Nerf.
Tawny, do you think this is a problem unique to the Andrew Parks, or should we look into our other shuttles?
We should probably take a look at the entire class of shuttlecraft.
Okay.
What is this about?
Perhaps
It's an
the
attachment
perhaps
thing.
the updated shuttle, the Kyle Payne, will have things worked out in it.
I am skeptical that we will see the Kyle Payne's release in a near enough timeline for us to make practical use of it, Captain.
Well, they did promise it to me by Wednesday, but they never said which one.
I thought that Thursday was usually the day for introducing new technologies.
Anyway.
Well, it used to be Tuesday.
For me, it was a Tuesday.
Okay, I'm sorry I initiated this. I'm so sorry.
I'm going to assume that made
Anyway.
sense to people out there.
Yeah, guys, if that didn't, that was one incredibly long attack wing joke.
Attack wing humor.
Hey, you want to hear attack wing humor? The Daenerys.
Oh!
You can actually build the warp jump fleet in faction pure with the Daenerys. So, anyway, that's a thing.
It is, technically.
On the
About the base?
Arctic while.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Land off the landing bay.
It's got a
I know,
landing bay.
Real original there.
Sure.
And
Do we see the shuttle that the previous search party came in on?
one moment.
All right, roll initiative. Perception, rather. Spot check.
Yes. Yes. So within the landing bay, you find the research team shuttle. So
Take her down there, Tawny. We need to figure out what happened to the other's team.
Ta'ani outranks you.
I'm providing advice.
I'm going to make that command squad promotion.
Ani raises her eyebrow without looking at him in the way that is that Vulcan version.
That Vulcan smirk kind of thing.
It's that Vulcan version of rolling one's eyes.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Starts to take it down towards the... I mean, it's not a bad idea, so...
All right. You land safely, and you exit the shuttlecraft. What would you like to do now?
Would a tricorder be able to scan for signs of life?
Sure.
I attempt to scan for signs of life using a tricorder.
Great. Give me a presence science roll.
Okay. That's rolling against 11.
Great. It's difficulty 2.
Oh. That's kind of rough.
That's 50-50. Do we want to spend any momentum on there? Do we
Yes.
have any momentum?
Do we have any momentum? That's a good question.
You currently have 3.
Did you say presence?
Yeah.
Yes.
That is the weirdest use of presence I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll assume you have a reason.
Okay, so I spend one momentum or all of the momentum? I only think I need one. It's a 50-50 chance, close to, for 3 rolls. Think I can make it with 3 dice? I don't think it's going to be hazardous if we fail, so I'm willing to just spend 1 momentum.
Does the shuttle have sensors you could borrow? That could be like a ship sensor thing, right?
Yes. Yeah. Sure, it does.
That's an assist right there.
Yeah.
Okay. So roll with those 4 dice? Or my 3 and the shuttles?
Yep. I will make that assist roll.
We've got 5, 7, 3.
Nice.
No, I am not using a D10.
Did you spend a momentum or a threat for that?
Oh,
Or do you
Spent
get
the
a-
momentum.
Okay.
No assist from the shuttle.
But that's still, you still got a crit in there, didn't you?
No.
Only if
3
he has
is
a
a
focus.
crit? I don't have a focus for...
Oh, right.
This.
Right. Never mind.
All right. You detect one faint life sign.
Question, do we get a momentum back for getting 3 successes?
Yes. So you're up to 3.
Cool.
Will, you
We're
missed
2.
one for Tucker's piloting check.
Oh, sorry, I got distracted by the balance discussion.
You're
Dig it.
muted. Yeah, you detect one faint life sign. It appears to be a few hundred meters away.
Sir, I'm detecting some life signs over yonder. I report to Donnie.
Oh, I don't see Tucker in the call.
I'm here.
Oh, okay. Oh, there you are, sir.
I'm sorry.
Stupid thing.
Say that again.
Anyway,
Sir,
Life forms.
I see signs of life over yonder.
I'm sorry. I got distracted for a second. Somebody recap me on what just happened in the last few seconds.
He found a life sign.
I spent a little momentum, earned it all back, and used a tricorder to search for life signs.
Right. Okay.
Turns out there are some a couple hundred yards away.
What do we? I just asked him what kind of life signs.
I look at my tricorder readout and look at what it tells me, Dave.
Human.
We've got people out here. Humans.
A human.
A human. Singular.
This would be the party from the station, right?
Yes.
Like theoretically.
Unless it's some other humanoid. Or
Okay.
some other
That's,
human,
yeah.
it would
Okay.
have to be.
Right. Tani taps her comm badge and says, "Lieutenant Commander Tani to Starfleet personnel, come in."
while they're doing this, so we get a
I
chance.
think we're within the neutronium hull at this point, sir.
Theoretically, if only the outer hull is made of neutronium, then communication should be possible with any other Starfleet personnel inside. However, if each individual room is constructed with neutronium, then the con signal would be blocked in there as well. Let us proceed with caution. Phasers on stun, please.
Well, everyone's
Phasers
moving
set.
out. I want to start scanning the technology and use the binars for help.
Okay. So what explicitly are you looking at?
Oh, good question. I'm looking at anything that might be generating power, or maybe a better way to do it, anything causing distortions or interruptions with signals, like our comm signals or things like that. Something I can home in on.
Okay. Then go ahead and make an insight engineering roll here.
Okay.
Difficulty 2.
Insight. Okay, so that's 13, and then the binars will throw in the system.
Yes.
Okay, so I need 13. Well, that's a D100. That's not going to work.
It could.
59. That's bad. No. Okay. 7 and 3, so that's 2 successes.
Did the binars assist?
Oh, I'm rolling the binars? Sure. Same thing.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. What is it? Engineering Insight, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, same thing. So it's just 1 die, though, for both of them.
Yes.
Or 1 die total, I should say. Okay.
Yeah, 1 die total.
12, 9, so they assist.
Okay. So you gain another momentum. Yeah, you're detecting some form of power here, but nothing you can pinpoint in this room that's causing it.
Do I have a direction, like at least like a vague direction of where we could head?
So you see 4 doors in front of you. It's coming. You're picking up very strong readings from the door on your right.
And which door would the life signs coming from?
Life signs were coming from the left side.
Of course. So I say, Commander, is Tiani's the Lieutenant Commander, right?
Yes.
Lieutenant Commander, so you can call me Commander, yes.
Yeah, I was just making sure. Okay. Commander, we're picking up some vague, faint energy readings in this direction off to the right. It's hard to pin down, but we're definitely getting something.
Tani appears to think for a split second and says, "Our mission is a rescue and retrieval operation. Let us proceed towards the life signs first."
Will do.
I advance while watching out for anything that may pose a threat or surprise us.
Right. So me and the...
That's the most RPG tabletop thing I've ever heard in my life.
I'm going to search for Star
You got to
Trek
remember,
traps.
I'm also the only security officer in a team that's entering an entire unknown.
Yeah, why didn't we bring a gold shirt?
I think it's reasonable to be on watch.
I know. It's just, it's
literally
It's
disappearing.
perfect. Well, we start moving. We and the binars keeps searching out for signals and things like that.
Okay. So, which door are you going into? 1, 2, 3, or 4? From left to right.
So
I thought we agreed the left door that
yeah,
was towards the life
humans, right?
signs.
yeah.
Well, so you can't get an exact fix. There are 2 doors on the left side and 2 doors on the right side in front of you.
Oh, so essentially right or left on the left side.
Yes.
Do we have to split the party?
No, but I suggest we go left to right. So start with the left.
Be methodical. I like it.
Okay.
So I
who's
suggest
taking-
we go. What? You just okay. I simply advance towards the door on the left, which I have detected life signs in the direction of.
Okay. Who's taking point?
The security officer.
Okay. So you open the door very easily. No problem there.
Tricorder in one hand, phaser in the other, as is my fashion.
And inside the room, you find the walls covered with. Wow, where did that come from?
The walls will ooze green slime.
No, the room is full of strange symbols and devices. Symbols, glyphs. Basically, it's an ancient language.
Commander Tani, can you make anything of this?
Unfortunately, linguistics was not one of my specialities. However, it may be that this is some kind of control interface. perhaps I can find a common reference point. Does anything in here, David, look like any kind of propulsion system?
You can make an insight con roll, or actually a reason con roll.
All right, give me a second.
Well,
Let's see how crazy those stats are.
Yes,
Well,
no,
to
it's
be
just I accidentally closed the sheet. How crazy are those stats?
I'm waiting for like the 17.
16. Okay, here we go.
while Tiani's doing that, I'm going to tell Thing 1 to start recording all the alphabet and Thing 10 to start scanning the controls.
Okay, so David.
Yeah.
I do have a focus in propulsion systems, so that would apply to this, correct?
Sure.
2 successes off 1 crit. 2 and 18.
So it was difficulty 2. You don't see anything that looks propulsion related in the slightest.
Oh.
None of the devices, nothing looks like it would have anything to do with controlling engines, thrusters,
Locomotion,
power of any sort in this room.
But there are power to the devices?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not. There's enough to power these devices. It's not like bursting
like standby
with
mode
power.
or something.
Yeah, this wasn't the reason you weren't getting energy spikes from this is there's more power coming from the other side.
Are there any other doors within this room?
Yes, there are. So from the entrance, there is a door to your left, and there is a door straight ahead.
Does my tricorder have any influence on which one of these looks like a useful door?
The door straight ahead seems to be pointing you in
Loosely the correct direction?
In a loose direction.
If we can't recognize anything here, shall we move on?
But
we're getting closer.
As you look at your tricorder again, you see it now pointing back towards the landing bay.
Wait. Hang on. Is something wrong?
And now it's pointing towards the door on the left.
Sir, the readings are all over the place.
And now it's pointing at you.
There may be some type of interference. Attempt to compensate. Sorry, it's the generic thing to say at that point.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying, but I can't get a lock. It's darting all over the place.
Have you tried inverting the neutron flow?
I pass it off to you. Maybe you can get it working.
I'm gonna try. Is there anything okay. Let me think here. What scan setting is it currently set on, David?
It is on. It's set to scan for life forms, excluding the landing party.
Okay, so let me logic this out. I'm gonna have to do some Star Trek logicking here. Scanning for life forms can probably be done a couple of different ways. Thermographic is probably one of the better ones, and you could use electrodynamic to narrow the search results. So theoretically, if I wanted to tighten the scan focus, I would narrow the EM beam more towards a human frequency. Okay. Ta'ani's going to attempt to narrow the EM band of the tricorder in an attempt to clarify the lock.
Okay.
Technobabble that.
Then give me a reason science roll, and I will definitely let your sensor operations give your sensor operations focus come into play.
Hooray! 16. Whoa. Well, that's a 13 and a drop die. Let me reroll that.
It's difficulty 2, by the way.
Well, 3, because it's a 16 and a 4.
That sounds critically focused.
3 successes.
Yeah.
Enjoy more momentum.
Hooray. I'm not going to spend it for more information.
So
I'm going to bank it.
So it was starting to dart all around when you picked it up. And as you bring it into alignment, you see the life form reading start to come into focus, and it's pointing back at the door that's ahead of you.
All right. So I hand you back your tricorder and I say,
Well done, Commander.
thank you. It appears that the correct way to proceed is ahead.
Let's go forward.
Indeed.
Do the technicians stay behind to translate or record more of the alphabet, or are you guys going to be coming along? Splitting the party, big no. Just throwing that out there in out of character.
I'm keeping us together, right?
Cool.
Yeah, I indicate that we should come along, and I pull my phaser out while they keep scanning, so we have another phaser on.
I access door number 2. Phaser's at the ready.
All right, at that, we're going to swap to the planet.
Oh, we just off the trap. Great.
I love you, Dave.
Yep. So that is a scene change, losing momentum. And
Kernan.
that puts us back down to 4. So, planet people.
Planet people.
What?
Hey, planet people,
Which
who's
is
piloting
just me.
your shuttle?
Do we have a shuttle pilot? Is that what we're saying?
Uh,
Is that what you just asked?
yeah.
All right. I'm using one of those spare people that we brought along and saying, hey, look, you're a pilot.
Oh, so you brought Yeg along.
Well, not necessarily Yeg, but if you want it to be Yeg, yeah, it can be Yeg.
Okay, someone
He's your BFF.
with Yeg stats. Got it.
Yeah.
A Yega-like.
Everyone needs a Yeg in their life. Wait, why am I rolling gold?
Someone with a similarly magnificent beard.
Impossible. Can't be done.
Oh, wow. I didn't know I could roll that well. So he rolled 3 successes.
Perfect.
This has got to be Yag. Yeah, so you guys are now maxed on momentum, by the way.
So 6, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
You set down about a mile outside of the most densely populated village. And remember, you're trying to avoid giving away all your secrets to the natives. You don't want to exactly say, oh, look, we have a big spaceship.
Do we have samples? Oh, I was going to say, do we have like samples of clothing and stuff that we're going to be arranged in, or are we just in our Starfleet pajamas?
Oh, no. Sorry. Yes. You do have samples of clothing. Because of the listening outpost, video recordings, all of that. Yes.
Okay, good.
You guys are in...
We are disguised.
You're disguised. You're in some furs, some cloths, head coverings, various
Kind of
A
disguises.
purple line,
Kind of-
purple hat with the purple, like sort of velvety hat that may or may not be an item of religious paraphernalia.
You never know.
Oh, God.
Uh,
As long as they don't downvote me.
no, nobody's downvoting anybody.
You know of.
So Tess is technically the ranking officer here, right?
Yes.
How would you like to proceed, Commander?
Well, and she exits the shuttle and sees kind of a relatively tall building, about 20 feet tall, and says,
So 2 stories?
yeah, let's head for that. That looks important.
All right.
Remember, phaser's on stun, and Yorin, for all that's good, don't fire until somebody says to.
Oh, no, of course not. That is why I have my reliable assistant second here to lead the way and make sure everything stays safe. You heard her. Second, make sure that you don't, whatever she said.
Bjorn, can you even remember simple directions?
Of course, when they relate to, you know, cultural sensitivity and scientific advancement.
Okay, and you know the rules here. Nobody leaves with us unless they actually want to leave with us. You got that?
Remind me again,
Does not
out of character. Remind me how values work. Can you invoke them to make me try to do something that I as a player is not usually trying to do?
So if you with values, if you're supposed to try to act towards your values.
Mm-hmm.
If you are acting against your values, then there's a whole system about challenging your values, and you'll have to reconcile that down the road.
Gotcha. So just so you know, in case you didn't notice, one of my values is it's for their own good.
Yay!
So if you need to invoke that later, I'm just giving you that now.
Well, so yeah. Yeah.
This is probably going to, I feel like this is the most likely to come and happen in this circumstance.
Oh, I fully believe it.
All right. So we are proceeding to the village. The building, what does it look like it's constructed? Like, does it look like a mud hut? Does it look like straw? Does it look like stone? Can I huff and puff and blow it down?
No, in fact it looks most like a an adobo hut.
Okay.
Do you mean an Adobe hut?
Yeah, that adobo.
Look, I like adobo too. It's very tasty.
Sorry. I'm hungry.
A living space made of noodles.
That would also be delicious.
Okay, so you can get a kind of a sense of their level of technology. Anything happening on our way into the village, or do we start spotting the people? Or
No, so you just start spotting people. And
yeah, I should probably scan to make sure I can see them before we run into them unexpectedly.
yeah, well, you were probably scanning as you landed, and
Yeah.
that's why you set down a mile out of the way.
Exactly.
So as you make your way into town, you notice the looks on people, because even though you're wearing coverings and such, the build of second
Mhm.
is intimidating. No one's that tall. No one's that big and bulky.
And we're all still physically, not just clothes wise disguised, but also like physical appearance disguised to look like kind of like them.
To some extent, but there's only so much that could be done on such short notice.
Not as much as Cisco invading the Klingon Empire.
Yeah, that was really planned.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not met with fear, hostility, or
I mean, considering there's only 1,000 people, it wouldn't be outrageous to say that they can definitely recognize we're not one of them.
Exactly, right? So you kind of see some of the elders looking at you, kind of going, huh. So you're met mostly with mild curiosity.
The elders, are they like dressed? Can we tell they're elders because they're old, or are they elders because they like have more? What's the most word I'm for? Decoration.
They have bigger necklaces.
Ooh.
Oh my god, this is like that Stargate episode.
Yeah.
I have to remember that Stargate episode. Crap, I forgot it. Should I approach and offer a treat and say "Ba weep grana weep ninibong"?
No.
Okay, good.
I wouldn't. So Tess kind of looks at one of the elders and decides to approach.
I follow along beside her
Yeah.
as I motion for a second to keep watch.
And she said, "Pardon me, sir. Uh, we are not from this village. We have traveled a long way to come here."
Here's hoping that universal translator works.
Well, remember the Abyss
Oh, they've been
Station has
observing.
been
That's right.
listening
Good.
posts here for a while. So
Whew.
the universal translator should be good to go.
I should have studied up on their culture before we came down. Or on the trip.
Yes.
Oops.
We would like to request an audience to talk about our travels and our journey and how we might be able to help you and have you help us. And
How are they reacting?
as she's talking, a few passerbys are starting to perk up and listen, and the elder is leaning over and talking to another elder and going, you can't hear what they're saying.
Excuse me,
Tess can't.
Vorta. Bad eyes, good ears.
Ah, yes. You can hear them saying, "I don't quite know what she means by help us. We've never needed help. But we do love a social gathering."
I whisper to Tess that perhaps we should try a more social approach, like a gathering.
Tess just says, "Take me to your leader."
Oh my god.
And Tess looks back at Jorn and shrugs and goes, "I mean, it worked for somebody."
I step forward and ask. I step forward, seeing that she looks like she's kind of out of her element, and clap my hands and rub them together a little bit, because that's the nice preparatory way to make an entrance. It's like, what do you guys have to eat around here?
Oh, eat! Yes, come with me. One of the elders stands up, waves his arm really big, and says, "Come on, follow."
Excellent. And as we're following them, I'll kind of whisper quietly to Tess, just to get on the same page, as what exactly is our end goal here? Do we have a clear objective right now?
Well, we need to figure out who's in charge.
Gotcha.
It would take us way too long to go door to door. But if we can get whoever's in charge to help us, it would speed things up a lot.
Gotcha.
But
make inroads to influence.
There you go, Jorn. I knew you were a smart one.
Excellent. Just also out of character, what exactly is this planet like? Because since they orbit a black hole, is there no light here?
Yeah, it's pretty dark, but
or does everything kind of glow or something, or I don't know.
There's yeah, there's some residual light.
It's like a kind of diffusion in the atmosphere. Like there's no direct light, but there's enough that it's like an overcast everywhere.
Yeah, it's there's kind of a haze light.
Okay.
It's no brighter than dusk.
But it's enough to see.
It's enough to see. They're used to it.
Gotcha.
For them, it's the way that they've known life.
Mhm.
But they've adapted.
And they can see the stars, right?
Yeah.
See,
Yes,
just there.
they can see the stars on the other
good.
side from the black
Thank you.
hole.
Just out of curiosity, can we see the installation, the artificial planet in the sky from here?
Yes, you can.
Interesting. How big does it look? Does it look like moon-sized, or does it look like,
It
or
looks
is it far away that it looks like star-sized?
it looks bigger than we see the moon.
Okay, so they know it's there.
So moon star.
Yeah.
Well, it isn't, but
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, I can't, like, you have to, you can't just let that pass. You know what I mean?
Of course. All right.
All right. So they bring you along, and one of them with, well, the biggest necklace you've ever seen, stands up and says, "Ah,
Does he have a mohawk?
she
Does she
does
have a
not.
mohawk? Dang.
No." She says, "Welcome to Shaktir, way travelers. We can only imagine the joy you must feel at having reached the center of the universe. Are there
Wow.
more members of your society on their way? Or are you the only members of your village with the moral uprightness, intelligence, and strength to be able to enter our realm?"
Oh,
What?
geez.
The perfect situation to put urine in.
Oh,
Oh, can I set myself up as a god here? I mean, I don't say that out loud, of course.
Don't keep me waiting, man. Answer me.
Why, of course, it is a great honor to have found our way to you. Unfortunately, some of our brethren were not quite as enlightened, so we have come in advance to partake and visit and learn more so that we can better spread the words and glory of what was this place called again?
It is Omega Draconis.
No, the village
Oh,
Just say here, man. Here.
of
Chalk-
this
this beautiful village.
of this beautiful place, this beautiful center of the universe.
oh, yeah, Choctier, yes, of course. It is a wonderful place to live.
I have a feeling that no matter how much she says it, Yorin will never get the name down. He just can't.
So where are we exactly? We're in a building, right? Are we in the big building we saw before?
No, you're right outside at a big table, big dinner table.
Okay, gotcha.
Dinner's nice.
Probably not going to help me if I look around. I was trying to look around to see if there's any kind of books or documents, but
No,
that's probably not going to work.
Oh, I'm sorry. My right hand minister here has informed me I've been rude. I'm a Kara. Your name?
A car rag?
Great pleasure. No, not a car rag.
A car ride is what I heard.
A
car ride.
Kara. A Kara.
AKARA, maybe. Close enough.
AKKARA.
Oh. Of course, I have been rude as well. How could I forget my manners? I am Yorin. I'm actually going to give her my real name.
I'm sorry, that name is unfamiliar to my ears. Say it one more time.
Yorin.
Yorin.
Isn't it a fascinating name?
Yorin. Yorin. Yes.
It came to me in a vision.
A vision.
Yes, when when I knew that the others could not see the way as clearly as I knew I needed another name to show how I had
God,
changed.
here we go.
I love it.
I need
love
a
it.
shovel to dig out of this pile.
You, Yorin, you sound most intelligent.
Oh God.
Are you a scholar in your village?
It is so good for this that Tani is not here.
She would be not okay.
She would be livid.
Oh, but you have such discerning eyes to know that from such a short conversation.
Oh my God.
Indeed, it is as you say. I am perhaps I don't want to
Oh my God. I don't know how
exaggerate
much more of
anything,
this I
but
can
I am
take.
sure I am the most educated among my village, and perhaps all of the others, except, of course, for yours here at the center of the universe, Chakara. That was the wrong name, by the way.
Chaktir. We
Oh,
live
Chaktir.
in Chaktir. My name is Akara. Maybe you are not intelligent after all.
So, my apologies, my apologies. Good eyes, bad ears.
Oh my God. You should not be allowed to have this much fun with this.
So
Somewhere the people who wrote the first contact protocols are turning in their grave.
I look over at Tess just to give her a nod and see how her reaction is doing.
I'm
Just
surprised you
make
didn't
sure
just give her a
she's
thumbs up.
trying not to facepalm at
Give her
all
a
of this.
thumbs up.
There is such a thing.
Akata's trying to do the thumbs up motion. Like she sees you do this. And
He tells her it means peace.
like,
It means
what?
peace and enlightenment.
This is a weird motion. I've never seen this before.
I apologize from my village. It was a sign of peace and
Oh
enlightenment.
my God. Are you
Do you have
serious?
similar here?
We are not big on hand motions here. We prefer other pursuits. Surely you must know of them. Do you not?
I have heard some things, but they were obviously from those unenlightened about the center of the universe. So I would like to hear it directly from you.
Well, where's the fun in telling you? You must figure it out for yourself.
Oh. Well, that sounds fun.
So you need to make
Oh my God.
I believe. Command control?
Is this a role thing here
This-
somewhere?
This is going to be an insight.
Not even daring?
No, I mean
No,
it
I have
probably
to-
should be daring.
I have to think of something. Insight is the ability to glean information,
Yes.
and that's what I do.
Yes. This is going to be an insight. Yeah, this is insight
Something.
science.
Science, anthropology.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I could use my other cultures are fascinating gimmick here, but I don't think I need it yet unless you tell me what's the
It's difficulty 3 with the way you kind of botched some things with her.
Spend some of our 4 momentum. It's not like we don't have enough.
Most of it.
Six.
This
Six
is
momentum.
this could get dicey. Like half.
Well, I want to make a good impression, and because this can almost lead to me becoming a god, I'm going to use my determination here.
gosh.
Oh my
Because
god.
I'm
love it.
certain I saw lots of things. I'm certain saw at least a few things on my way into the village, and this new culture is fascinating to me.
This new culture is fabulous.
Um,
And
yeah.
let's see,
Oh, your psychology focus definitely comes into play.
will come into play there too. All right, so that's going to give me 2. I'll have 2 dice for 1 success. I think I can work with that.
Wait, I thought it was 3 successes. Oh,
It's-
determination, right?
I'm going to spend my
Difficulty
1
3.
determination.
Yeah.
So I
So
get
which value are you using again?
other cultures are fascinating.
That's totally what this is.
Mm-hmm. And give me 2 rolls, 1, 2. So I got 1 crit and 1 regular success, so 3 successes there.
Hilariously, you didn't even need to use your determination.
True, but it was fun.
Wait. Okay, so you rolled a crit and a success plus your set crit from determination.
Yes,
So you
and can I spend it to Can I do an immediate spend that maybe I could make her more receptive to me?
Oh my god.
You have 2 momentum in overflow that you can
Yes.
use to create an advantage.
That's what I want to do.
Oh my god.
Okay, so how are you going to create an advantage?
What's a good way that I could do this?
She could become attracted to you.
That's so simple, and the Vorta aren't exactly known for their sexual pursuits.
That's true.
She doesn't know
Thank
that.
God.
Oh yeah, that
There's
could
the
go all
whole
kinds of
a
horrible
god,
places
not
out
the
there.
god thing.
I
What
want
does
Can
God
I make it so that they
want with
believe
a starship?
Yeah.
that they believe that I have a higher grasp of things than many
He
of
very
them?
obviously does. No.
True, but making them think that is is another issue.
That's the idea.
I want to have the. I want. Can I use it to get some?
Convinced of his mystique and worth.
Exactly, something like that. Oh, did we lose David?
No, I'm still here.
Or is he just face palming that hard?
It's
I
the
am
contemplative-
face palming that hard, but no, keep going, guys. Let Jorn talk here.
All right. So I have an advantage of some sort,
Okay,
or was that?
so you're trying to? You want them to think you really know what's going on here.
Yes.
Okay, so then let me tell you a lot about what's going on here.
Thank you.
You actually know what's going on here. They pass their time with games and sports. Games,
I like games.
sports,
Lord.
and other sorts of intellectual amusements. They love to sit around and debate.
Oh
So
my
you
god,
could
this place is
say
perfect.
they're master debaters?
No.
But all they
also,
do is sit around and master debate. Their culture is focused around the ability to master debate.
Look, you don't even go here, okay?
I'm
Bye,
sorry.
Felicia.
So, also, since you've mastered this, here's the kind of research you would have done.
Mhm. Oh, good.
They consider themselves to be blessed or lucky. They think they're above tragedy and extinction.
Oh, good.
Because they've survived all kinds of tribulation.
Survivor bias.
It means that you're not going to be able to pose as a god because
That's fine.
they
Close
already
enough.
think that they're
gods.
gods.
God,
Okay.
it's a TOS world. They're all Greco-Roman gods.
That live in mud huts or
yeah.
noodle huts. You never know.
Also, they don't have religion. They're free thinkers, atheist. They do have a variety of small religious organizations. They're basically social clubs at that point. So, it's not there's no right or wrong with that. It's just, hey, you think that cool? Whatever.
We all go to the bar and have a smoking lounge and debate
Yep.
abstracts.
Also, these people are called the Ithic.
Ithic.
We're just missing the M.
Yes. So, if you can convince Akara to allow the player characters, you guys, to make their cases to her most trusted advisors, then she will probably lean towards helping you all. Basically, she has a council of advisors, and if they tilt one way or the other,
she'll follow.
That's how she'll go. Yep.
Gotcha. What about do I know anything about their relations with the other villages besides they think they're uncultured swine?
Nope.
They don't have it. They don't, okay.
Nope.
No, I don't know.
This is probably the village you're going to be able to help people from.
Gotcha. How many people in the village? About?
This one has about 400.
Okay. So a little more than we can carry if we need to, but we don't know what we need them to do yet.
Yep.
So for dinner or whatever we're doing, we're having a feast of some sort right now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So, Yorin, let me introduce you to my ministers. These are my most trusted advisors.
A pleasure, of course, of course. Anyone who serves you must be of the utmost intelligence.
This is Mikael, my minister of astronomy.
Oh, fascinating. I would love to hear more, especially about what you think of, what's the best word to use for the thing that's the planet, the other planet? Because they wouldn't know base.
Probably a sphere.
I would love to hear your knowledge about the sphere in the sky. Because they don't have a sun, so they don't have any confusion.
We should probably discuss that at some point after dinner, of course. Maybe during.
Of course.
Yeah,
of course. Who else do we have?
This is my minister of athletics, Ethel. Ethel. Yes.
Is Ethel buff, or does Ethel look like a high school basketball coach?
Oh no, she looks muscle bound. She looks like she could probably pick Yorin up and carry him out of town.
Okay, to be fair, the 7-year-old kid that is staying with his family on deck 11 looks like he could pick Yorin up.
Yeah. I look to her and I look to Wreck-It and I compare.
Fair. She might be able to handle him.
Gotcha. But she's still a little bit shorter because the people on the whole are a little bit
short, yeah.
Okay.
But
just checking.
But she might make for a fine security officer.
Ooh. If we abduct her.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was her name again?
That doesn't sound good for those of us on the sphere with the security officer.
Ethel. Yes.
Ethel, that's right.
Yes. And this is Dr. Tro, my minister of biology.
They have doctors. Does that mean they also have university systems?
It translates to doctor.
Okay, just checking.
Healer,
doctor.
Medical doctor.
Person.
Okay. Gotcha.
And lastly, we have Vander Lawn, my minister of philosophy. Yorin, you sound like you would get along with him most of all.
A man after my own heart. Is it a man?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I would be a woman after my own heart. But either way.
She does.
And that was Vanderland?
Lawn.
Vanderlawn?
Yeah, long A.
Vanderlawn.
Yes. Vanderlaan is my most trusted advisor. I go to him for everything I need. He is my right hand.
He has done well to earn your respect, I am sure.
Well, in a society where debate is everything, a philosopher is the most important person of all.
What was the name of the astronomer again?
The astronomer.
The first one?
That is Mikhail.
Mikhail, that's right. All right.
All right, so let's cut back to the station.
Oh, thank goodness, because I didn't know where I was going from there.
Good. So, you open up the door. And inside, you are greeted with a wonderful robotic alien guardian.
Dun dun dun.
Have fun, guys.
Robot life science.
Oh, you jerk.
By the way, is this going back scene, or do I lose a momentum or no?
Oh, shit, fuck.
Yeah, losing momentum. Yeah.
This is actually not good.
Is it
my
doing
what?
anything? I'm glad we're greeted. That sounds friendly.
I feel like that was a metaphor.
I know, but I addressed it as though it wasn't.
In your subtle hopes.
He has to tell me otherwise. Otherwise, that's true.
So
Right?
you're in combat.
Oh, I am quick thinking, quick to action. So I should be getting the drop on him as I was prepared for the door to be opening.
Yeah. It activates with the door opening, but
It powers on and starts scanning for threats. But me being a threat that's ready for threats is threatening.
Yep. So it's looking for you.
I quickly turn my phaser up to as high as it'll go and take aim. Pew pew, right?
I mean, do you take aim or do you fire?
Is
crucial
there a difference in the actual mechanics of this game?
You get a minor action and a regular action. Aiming would be considered like a minor action, but so is drawing your weapon.
My weapon was at the ready.
Okay.
It was.
I did order phasers on stun, which requires you to take your phasers out.
Okay. So you've got either like the aim minor action or the charge minor action to choose from, I think.
Yes.
Okay. I would definitely, instead of, I'd probably, judging by Star Trek, I just stand there, take aim, and attempt to waylay the target with my Type 2 phaser.
Great. So you can re-roll a d20 if need be.
I roll 3 dice.
2, unless you're spending momentum.
It's a Type 2 phaser. The little number next to it is a 3.
That's
for
your
damage.
D6s.
Okay.
That's damage dice.
And
You're
what is that? What is that a roll against?
So to start, first you have to roll to see if you hit.
Which is a roll
Which is
against?
going to be your daring security.
Okay.
this
Rolling against
is-
15.
Yeah. So this is going to be difficulty 1.
Okay. I should be able to grab this with 2 shots. Survey says 15 and 6.
Yeah.
So that's 2 successes. Score momentum.
Okay. Now you roll d6s, weapon rating, which is 3, plus your security.
Oh, so 3 plus 5, so 8d6.
Okay. I'll just roll those
Thank you.
since I have the cool dice.
Yeah.
What would you? Oh, what does a Type 2 phaser do for cool effects?
I have the option to charge it, or set the charge, rather.
Yeah. Right, and so that's just a matter of
And
coming in. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You just did 10 damage.
Only 10 off of 8d6?
Yeah, well, you rolled 3 2s and 4 effects.
Oh, these are success or fail things. I didn't.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
this was literally just add up all the d6.
No,
Three-
The dice
three
vary
fours
between
do nothing.
0 and 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you did that much damage. Okay.
And
So the guardian looks.
quick to action means that I pass it off to one of our guys.
Pass it off.
Something
Pass it off to
else.
me. I have an idea.
Yeah, the guardian is wounded but not dead.
Ta'ani is next to act.
Okay.
Dead from a stun phaser.
So with my handy tricorder, I am going to very quickly. So this is some quick thinking on my part. So I'm glad somebody else went first. Artificial life form, therefore, it has to have some kind of sensor to see. So I set my tricorder to passive mode to see what readings it's picking up. Then I immediately direct it to whatever waveform it's receiving, or whatever. I'm going to modulate the inverse of the scanning beam to
He's
cancel
trying to
it
blind
out.
it.
Yes.
You're trying to flashbang it.
Anyway, what I'm actually doing is creating an advantage, but I'm trying to talk through how it actually works.
Sure.
So this is a what kind of, you just pick. I mean, look, I would argue that this is a reason science test, but there's no prescribed thing for this. So
Yeah, I'll give you reason science.
okay, does my sensor operator focus apply?
No.
I'm using a scanning device to try to block a scanning device.
But you're not scanning.
But you're not actually.
Fine.
What you're trying to do with it is very different.
I know. I know I was probably pushing it a bit, but I had to try. All right. Difficulty 2. How much momentum do we have right now?
6.
That's the maximum, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I'll spend 1.
Get him.
3 dice. Here we go. Wow. 4 successes. 14, 12, 4. So gain 2 momentum.
That's only 3.
That's just 3 successes.
Oh, that's right, because you said it didn't apply.
Correct.
That's right. Shoot. Well, 3 successes. So I get the momentum back at least.
So I will rule that it now has +1 difficulty to hit you guys.
I dig it.
Good job.
All right. So now I have to pass it off to the bad guy, right?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, Koss. It's targeting you.
Oh
You
dear.
made it mad.
I shout over to Ani, I could really use some help.
The creature, the guardian had its sensor efficiency reduced. It should have difficulty targeting you.
You say
Serpentine,
as it fires.
serpentine.
And Dave, let me know.
It has a lock on you.
Oof. Ouchie. My bones.
Yep.
It's staring you down in the eyes with its red LED lights.
They're staring each other down. Sorry.
Fracking toasters.
Koss, what is your resistance?
Where would I find that?
Oh. It's in character creation. It's It's part of your character build. It's on. Hold on.
Page 90 or 215.
Oh, I don't have that open.
It's your resistance is equal to. Oh bother!
Is it fitness?
Oh yeah, I think it's fitness plus security is your total stress.
I'm not sure what
anyways.
resistance is. I don't see that stat anywhere.
Okay, well,
I feel like standard issue Starfleet uniforms don't offer any resistance.
they don't. You just got hit for 8 stress points,
Ah!
which means you're taking an injury because you took 5 or more in one shot.
Okay. How do we roll that up?
You can spend 1 momentum to shrug the injury off.
We're
for
doing
the first
that.
injury you take. Okay.
I'm making that an
another
executive
injury. Yeah, if you take another injury, then it's 2. If you take another one, it's a third.
Understood.
3.
I'm already under half stress. Not good. Not good.
So you spin momentum to shrug injury like you spin momentum for dice. Same cost. Yeah. Gotcha.
Yes.
You can't spin threat though, right?
Yes.
No.
No, you cannot give me threat.
Just momentum. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was I hit with?
A disruptor beam from the Guardian. Yeah, it just basically it shot out of where its eyes would be and just.
This is like the day the Earth stood still.
It hit you hard.
It's my turn.
Yeah.
Passing it to me, I should say. All right, so I watch Costco down. I was like, in my head, I'm just okay. All the old training kicks in. So I push the things behind me and just, this would be my minor action, I guess. I just push the things behind me and say, scan it, figure out how to break it. And I have my phaser out already, and I take a shot, and I use my hand phaser's focus.
Okay.
And I gotta bring up my dice. Okay.
Heads up, you are still in stun mode.
So
I don't think your character remembers
thanks
to
for
flip
reminding
it
me.
to kill.
Am I allowed to push it up to kill since I use my minor actions on the binars, or is that an extra minor action?
It would have to be another minor action.
Is there a way to get that?
You can do that for a momentum.
For momentum? Yeah, I'm gonna crank it up. I'll spend a momentum to crank it up. So we have 4 left.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Focus doesn't grant me extra dice; just increases crit range.
Correct.
To 5.
Yes. I technically should have crit because I have hand phasers as well, but I didn't remember, so no worries.
Oh.
To your security rating.
Oh, so for 4. Okay, for 4 for me. Okay. And then if you guys are good with it, I can't spend another momentum for dice, right? I have to spend.
No, you can't.
Can I spend 1 momentum?
Yeah.
For just 1 momentum?
Yeah, because that's the first time we're spending on dice.
Yeah.
For that particular.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So just 1 extra die.
Right. So I'll spend momentum for a 3rd die. I think that leaves 3 momentum.
Cool.
Okay, so here's the rolls. 6, 4, which crits, and 8. So 4 successes.
So you
love it.
Dice.
So you're back up to 5 momentum.
Nice.
Okay, so you've got an aim on this Guardian.
Okay. And now.
So now you roll for damage. I'm assuming everyone in this party has type 2 phasers.
I was told I was special because I got type 2 phasers because I was tactical.
You always have a type 2 phaser.
I've got both because I always carry a type 1 on.
I'm lieutenant commander or above, so I get a type 2 phaser.
I'm the only one that has a type 1.
Nerd.
We can't trust you with more than that. I'm sorry.
Hey, you can't. Oh, you can prove that.
So, John or Zip, you want me to roll your d6s?
How many are there? How many
7.
is it? 7?
Successes plus the
Plus security.
yeah.
So yeah, that would be 7.
Yeah.
Sure, go for it.
Okay.
I'd be faster.
And he has the cool dice.
It's 6
6
with
damage.
3 effects. No, so it ends up being 3 total damage.
Okay.
Is it a new round of
Yes.
combat?
Does the minor characters get a shot?
Oh, right. They,
I sort of, I guess we could have them. I had them start scanning to figure out. How
oh
to kill
yeah, they
things.
are. They're still back in the other room, or they're
Yeah,
well, technically they're in our room because we
They're in the
just
room, but I
opened the
pushed
door.
them behind me. I pushed them back.
Oh,
Yeah.
got it.
I just sort of pushed them away in case the
So,
firing got bad.
so they're
Had them-
cowering in cover,
Well, they're
as
scanning for
technicians
weaknesses.
are expected to do in situations like this.
Yeah, Binars are not tactically minded, or maybe literally.
As an FYI aside,
Mhm.
we do not have resistance unless we're wearing specifically body armor or have personal force fields or the like.
That's good to know. Thank you. That way, I don't have to be wondering like, where's my resistance?
But it
Okay.
does take extra time to equip that if it's not part of your standard equipment.
Correct.
Yes.
So did I kill it? Did it die?
We did this.
Nope.
safely.
It takes a little step back,
Man.
but it's still up and functioning.
No, it's not hitting a shield. It's hitting it directly.
It's hitting it directly. It doesn't,
Okay.
to the best you can see, it does not have a shield.
Okay.
You're doing direct damage to the structure of the Guardian.
Good.
Are we starting on a new round of combat?
If you guys are telling me you're starting on a new round of combat, then yes.
Is there anything the Binars can do? They're not attacking, but because they're scanning it, can they use their time to scan?
I really do think they would be just cowering. This is not a situation they're prepared for.
Yeah, I know they're not fighting, but they're in the. I'm just wondering if they're in the combat phase, and since instead of attacking, they're going to do what their scanning thing is, what I order them to do, instead of
Sure.
fighting.
You said, what were
I just
your
said
orders to them?
Basically, scan it, figure out how to break it, scan for
Okay.
weaknesses.
So they try to create an advantage to reduce its resistance.
Yeah. They're scanning and they go, Chief, we're not seeing anything yet.
Okay. Okay. Worth a shot.
Then we move on to the next round.
Yep.
I being horribly stressed out by the.
Let me go first. I have an
I'd
idea.
really like to take cover before he gets a chance to move. You get me?
I mean, yeah, but only you can take cover.
And I'm the only one who's perilously close to dying.
Oh, fine.
I use
You're not.
Fine. Don't
You're-
die.
You're not nearly as close to dying as you think you are.
well. I'm more than halfway to my stress. Through my
Trust Ani.
With my quick reflexes, I dive for cover behind the side of the door and peek around to fire another shot at the mechanism before me.
So your minor was for cover and your major was to shoot.
Yep.
Okay.
Gonna spend some momentum just to get some more damage out there. Just one, though.
Okay.
3 rolls against 15. We've got 16, 11, and 7. So 2 successes.
Okay.
76.
Okay. That looks pretty. Hey guys, it's almost dead. So, your shot, and it practically takes a knee. You see sparks starting to fly. You hit it in basically the shoulder joint, and that arm is severed.
It came off.
Yeah, that arm just flew off
Yep.
when you shot.
Cool.
And it drops to recalibrate.
However, with its recalibration,
So as it's recalibrating, it's now going to make a roll. Of course it is.
Dave, don't say it like that.
No, you don't want to know what I rolled.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So yeah, that happened. So it targets Zip, and it is going to make a roll here. This is with that many, right? Yeah. Zip, you lose four stress. And as it fires,
Got punched.
it shuts off.
Oh, thanks.
Tawny immediately moves next to security guy. I'm forgetting your name.
Toss Devin.
Toss, sure, and scans him, and then quickly scans him. Says without any sort of doctorly manner whatsoever, hold still, and begins to treat his wounds.
You weren't kidding about that medical knowledge. Ah!
You get a direct hypo spray to the neck before you know it.
Basically.
I stand up from coughing from the gut punch, and I turn to the binars and ask them if they're okay.
I'll be with you in a minute, Zip.
Don't worry about me.
The
Work on him.
the Binars are looking at each other, talking in their high-pitched computer voice.
That's really good.
David, seriously,
Yes.
I'm rolling medicine to heal him. What do I have to do?
Oh, roll. This is going to be daring medicine.
Okay, great.
Do I do the same thing to myself?
Keep in mind, I have field medicine and do not take any penalties for having inappropriate tools.
Right. So this is difficulty 1.
And I have a focus in combat medicine.
Right. So this is difficulty 1. It's a do you get to do it, and then you'll do d6s to see how much stress he gets back.
Sure. Rolling 2 dice. How much momentum do we have?
We don't need to
4.
spend momentum on this.
We have 6, right?
No, you have 4.
Oh, great. Then I won't. All right, here we go. Looks like a 15 and a 4, so that's good for 3 successes.
Okay. So now you're back up to 6. Okay.
And
so now
how many d6s do I roll?
you get to roll 7.
All right, so first set, I only have 4 d6, so I'm going to have to do some addition
Okay,
here.
that's fine. I'll track.
Starfleet symbol. Okay, so Starfleet symbols are effects, right?
Yes. And ones.
Okay. Give me a
The
second.
effects won't do anything for you here.
Okay, then they're just ones. 9.
Well,
I'm a
Toss,
healthy
you're
boy.
healed. You're de-stressed, and you might be moderately enamored with Tawny.
Yeah, I'm a little bit impressed. That was some great work there, Commander. I can barely feel it. Oh.
Also,
John?
you
Go ahead.
you are experiencing a slightly elevated rate of cholesterol. I recommend you report to the medical facility in your off hours when we return to the ship. Then I go over to Zip.
Okay, yeah, I was going to do it to myself, but you can do it.
Wow.
Well, I have emergency medicine.
Dude, I literally rolled more successes than he had stress. Like,
I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So why not? But
that was like a happy
Yeah.
ending
Oh,
with
yeah,
the whole
absolutely.
procedure.
Whoa. It was a logical ending. Let's call it that.
There you go. There you go. He literally was curing a problem I didn't even bring up.
Like, we are broadcasting here, people.
Yeah.
All right. So here we go. Rolling to heal Zip. Same dealies. All right. Oh my God. 6 and 1, 3 successes.
Would you like
I'm
to
gonna-
know anything about Zip's medical history while you're at it?
I'm 6 years younger. What the?
So wait, hang on. Zip is so I have Zip is human, right? And I get 3 momentum, and I get 2
Yes.
momentum off that. I am going to create an advantage for Zip, which is got rid of that nagging back pain. He's an old crotchety senior petty officer. Don't tell me for a second he doesn't have that.
Who has to bend over and work on engineering consoles all day? Yeah.
I'd give you
I stretched my
momentum
back
if I
and-
had it.
Here.
Here.
So, how much
Take
focus?
away a threat.
How much
there we
stress?
go.
Oh,
I'll
right.
use a threat.
so how much stress did you cure?
I'm working on it. I roll 7 again.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Do I roll 7 again, David?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, this isn't going to be as good.
It's fine.
4, actually.
That's exactly what I took.
Yeah.
So I stretch my back and it just cracks all the way down. It's like, oh, finally. That's been bugging me for weeks. And I am not going to see that EMH about it.
Did you also discover a cure for the common cold, cure cancer? Well, that's already been cured by this point.
So, I mean, I'm just saying, trust in Tani. She is useful in almost every single possible situation that would arise in this game.
I trust and I'm with it. I just think that combat is like maybe not her time to shine.
So against humanoid opponents, she can roll medical plus daring on attack rolls and has a stun because she can Vulcan damage. She can Vulcan damage.
What the fuck is wrong with your character?
This is what I do, guys. I can't turn it off.
You can't, yeah, I like it. I like it. Make it work. You're part Borg. It comes with this territory, you know.
I know.
All right.
But I will say, by the way, and I actually think this is one of the real advantages of the system to everybody listening. In all seriousness, the create advantage rule for combat is the best thing ever, and you should always use it if you don't have anything else to do, because every single character can contribute using it.
Yes.
Like, there is no point. One of the things I really love about the system is there is no point in combat where anyone is useless.
Yeah.
Like, so because, like, so just for, just in case you're following along at home, you shoot with daring. Oh, I guess. Yeah, I guess I can roll 13 on that because I have a good daring. But, like, I would rather try to create an advantage by, like, blinding the thing with my magical science powers.
Yeah. It's more fun.
And as long as you can come up with a way to explain what you're doing, that's a valid strategy. It's literally just being quick thinking in combat.
Right. It's one of the best things about the system is number one, it's fun. Number two, nobody ever useless. Number three, it deeply rewards Star Trek knowledge.
That's my thing, is that it feels very Star Trek-y, because when you're watching an episode, no one ever just sits there crying to themselves how useless they are. Everyone's always doing something to advance the cause.
Like they're always like remodulating the something of the something else to do space wizardry.
There's always technobabble to explain how they can essentially pull off nonsense consistently, and so long as you can come up with your own technobabble, maybe the DM will allow it to work.
And there are technobabble generators online. Just throwing that out there. The only reason I don't use them is because I spent way too much time reading the technical manuals as a kid, and I actually remember how most of these ships work.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you actually have like the knowledge to back up how most of what you're saying is gonna happen. Some of us have to rely a little bit more on the science fiction.
Hey, for all I know, there are science people out there listening to what I'm saying, just face palming every time I open my mouth. I am not a physicist.
Yeah. See, I give the cheesy grin and the thumbs up to the GM will probably allow it, because I will.
That's where I'm at.
I want you guys to, if you guys can justify it, I'll probably go with it.
When you said that, you even sounded like you had a cheesy grin on your face.
I do, because I'm having fun. Like, I want to, if you guys can entertain me and I sit back here and I'm like, yeah, that's good. Go with that. Like, that's half the battle here. So
It sounds like this is a pretty decent wrapping up space. We've just taken down the
robot, yes. Koss, you look at your tricorder and you're getting absolutely nothing from it. In fact, this room is completely shielded with neutronium. How you got to even see life signs past this room, you have no clue whatsoever. But yeah,
tricorders won't be of much help with the neutronium this thick, sir.
You see,
objectively looking at Tawny.
You see 4 doors. The one you came in, one to your left, one ahead and to the left, and one to the right.
Were we going to keep exploring?
I
Go somewhere.
I assume so. Ta'ani looks at the others and say, as we cannot scan past any of these doors, and any of them might contain any one of them may contain the life signs that we detected earlier, or the controls we are looking for. Logic indicates that the choice is, in essence, random and does not matter which door we proceed through. Therefore, it may be appropriate to ask whether any of you have a gut feeling.
I remember seeing the life signs coming from this direction when I opened the door, but stepping in, it really just vanishes. I suppose if we keep going straight or as close to, most directly to the life signs.
How many doors are there?
Three.
Okay.
Three, one to the left, one to the right, and one straight to the left.
Okay.
Sorry, out of
So
character.
the one straight ahead and
Craig, were you saying something about having to go or no?
I was saying like maybe we could start wrapping it up, but if we're going to be pushing in on ahead, I suppose I could do that too.
Well, I mean, so I guess what we could say is it would make sense at this point for us to switch to the planet, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you have to go, I mean, you could head out here and then we could do one more planet scene and call it a night.
But you haven't done anything that requires my change in attitude and the planet. I need I need your base to light up so I have some sway.
Just go one more door.
Oh, fine.
I'm with it. I do recommend we go to the straight off to the left one.
I concur. Your logic is essentially sound.
I love it. It's so Vulcan.
Right.
I again, phasers at the ready. We open the door.
Nope. You reach the door. And Zip, you kind of notice something doesn't quite look right.
Hold it.
Welcome to Al's fake doors.
I freeze while reaching towards the door panel.
Yeah. I take a step closer and I look at it and I pull my tricorder out, just in case, and just start scanning just in case.
Oh, you don't even need your tricorder.
Okay.
You recognize stuff like this from all of the combat you've been in.
Do I see a tripwire or something? Or?
Oh, this hatch is booby trapped.
Oh. Everyone take a step back.
I take 2 steps back.
Yeah. I was like, okay. Not this door. I mean, I look at it just like, this is... I probably could disarm it, but let's not do that until we have to.
Senior Chief Petty Officer, logic dictates that if this door is protected, there must be something behind it to protect. It may well be that our mission objective is behind this door.
What do you think the
Under my
risk
breath, I
of
just say,
disarming
damn
him is?
Vulcan logic. So, what do I see when I look at the door?
I ask you.
Go ahead. Ask me.
I asked you what you think the danger would be when disarming it.
So, what kind of trap am I seeing here, David? Just look it over carefully.
You're seeing something akin to a pressure plate, where if the door were to be opened,
A poison dart trap would activate. Sorry.
you would have an explosion.
A boulder rolling down the corridor at you.
A pit trap under the door.
Okay,
Sorry.
guys, one day I am going to build a dungeon just like this.
No,
Stop giving him ideas.
we're not doing a holodeck adventure, David.
You mean you guys
Please
don't want to
let
play
us.
D&D on the holodeck?
I very much do.
Actually, that
Yeah. First edition, guys. Watch out.
Tucker's like, oh, wait, hang on.
Wait a minute, hold on. See? Okay.
When are we talking
York
about running
wants to
Shadowrun
cast a
on
spell.
holodeck?
yeah, but we'll hear those 3 magic words that indicate we're in a holodeck episode. Safety protocols inoperative.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, right.
So essentially, pressure plate, if the door was open, big boom.
Okay.
No bueno.
So I look at the pressure plate. If I bring my phaser to the low setting and high tight beam, could I weld it so it doesn't release?
Possibly.
Because I don't.
It would take some very fine precision.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
That's some daring engineering you got there.
That would
Yeah.
be some very fine daring engineering.
That'd be
you'd have to
difficulty.
pull off.
That'd be difficulty.
Four.
Kiss my ass. Yeah. Oh yeah, no.
Nope.
Engineering. Ugh, that's not bad for me, but I don't know. 4 would be. Okay. So
Since you've dealt with some of this stuff before, I don't know that you've done this in your past. Not a lot of people know the full details of your combat experience. A, you don't talk about it. B, some of it's been classified. But there's a belief that you have some experience dealing with explosives and the disarming of said explosives.
So I
Probably seen this before.
So I whip out my tricorder, look at it, and scan for the detonator.
Yeah.
And the trigger. And
yeah, you find one.
Okay. Reach into my boot, pull out the handle, and flip open my knife. And then,
Yep. And that's how you create an advantage.
Yeah.
Going old school.
Yep. Hey. Hopefully I freaked everyone out with whipping out a knife. That's not standard.
The Binars are freaked out. They're like,
everyone maybe go into the other room. Just saying.
Senior Chief Petty Officer, that is not a standard tool. Oh shoot! I just forgot exactly the words I was going to use. That tool is not part of the standard kit issued to your general assignment rank in class. Oh,
Trust me, it's standard issue. I know what standard issue. So following on the tricorder reading and going on, and I'm assuming, can I use my survival focus on this?
Yes, I will give you. So you're going to make a reason engineering now difficulty 2 roll.
Oh, okay. So I need 17s. All right.
Yeah, it's like this task was meant for you.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, okay. So let's do that. I'm going to spin a momentum for a third die.
I definitely encourage that.
Yeah.
And since you've created all these advantages and stuff, I'm not touching my threat pool.
Okay. Okay, that's good. All right. So I'm just gonna...
does he have to bend over to access this?
Oh yeah, but my back feels great.
A little bit.
My hands are steady.
Well, his back's not bothering him when he.
Oh, Oh.
I love it.
Okay, here we go. 3 dice. And we're using, okay. 7, 6, 9. That's 3 successes right there.
There you go.
To get that momentum back. Oh,
Yep.
wait, you said difficulty 2? Okay, yeah.
Yeah. It was going to be 3, but that knife made it 2.
Always, rule number 1, guys, always carry a knife.
I
One
thought
of the
rule number 1
Binars
was
in the
always
back
double
goes,
team.
got it, Chief.
Glad the Binars are paying attention. Okay. What happens?
You disarm it.
Cool.
You hear a little pressure release.
I
And
hold my
then
breath for
nothing.
just a split second on that. Like, okay.
But then nothing. Calm.
Okay. And I just very gingerly and slowly start pushing the door open. Tricorder. Sorry, I'm going to put the knife back. Then I'm going to start opening the door with one hand, tricorder out in the other, just scanning for other stuff.
You should make a insight security roll.
Okay. I'm doing 12s. Okay. And we have 4 momentum.
You have 6. This is I'm not.
Oh,
this
we
is
have
a.
that.
I'm not giving you a difficulty. I just want to know how many successes you get.
Oh, okay. Well, mind if I spend a momentum then for max out?
You're fine. I just want to know your
Oh, okay.
success total.
Okay. Okay. 2 and a 5.
What do you have focuses in?
Emergency medicine. So survival might be the one that fits, but I don't. Yes. Emergency medicine, computers, structural engineering, survival, hand-to-hand combat, and hand phasers.
Yeah. You see a red laser beam come through the door?
Am I in the path of this laser beam?
No, because of how you've been standing. The way you've opened the door, it's coming into the hallway. But
Okay.
it's as if it detected the movement of the door opening.
It's not okay, and it's just like a regular 20th century laser, just a light. Or is it energy? Or is it dangerous? Like,
how close do you want to examine it?
It's not an energy beam.
tell?
It's kind of like a guidance beam.
I don't like the sound of that. I just instantly freeze to think. So can I see that pass by? And I just like try to scan move my hand to the edge of the door, but not inside, and see if I can scan inside the room with my tricorder. That be enough.
You detect a life sign that you can't recognize.
Not human?
And then technology that you instantly recognize.
I literally take 1 second and just push everything down. And I don't even look back. I just sort of tilt my head back and go, Borg. And
I look at Tawny.
And I step back and draw my phaser. I mean, I am...
Dun, dun, dun.
Phaser maximum setting. I am not fooling around now.
Oh.
I was serious with the explosive. This is total war face. This is my war persona. There's nothing, yeah.
Okay.
So what you did scan is there is only one life form in there.
Okay. There is a Borg behind the store. Just one. But there's one.
Only one.
That's all I can scan.
It couldn't be communicating with the collective through this neutronium, could it?
I do not believe that would be possible without an interblexing beacon of unreasonable size.
No, we'd scan that for sure.
May I see your scan results?
I toss her over my tricorder because I'm just standing in front of this door, phaser ready. If that thing comes, I'm just shooting it.
Is there anything I notice in the technology that is of interest?
Or that he recognizes as Borg?
She.
Sorry.
You recognize it as very old Borg tech.
This is this does not make sense. This technology is obsolete. It should have been reprocessed by the collective eons ago.
That makes.
If they lost contact, would they? What sort of rescue operations would the Borg send out for that?
They would not. The unit would be instructed to self-terminate.
Then why is this one still here?
I do not know.
I mean, you couldn't get the signal through these walls to do that.
That would seem to align with the facts, yes.
Interesting.
So this whole time, do I hear any movement?
You do now.
Oh, okay.
Don't do that.
You hear very clumsy movement.
I take a step back, phaser up. It's moving.
Sani makes a decision. This door is safe.
Sorry, what?
This senior chief petty officer. This door is secured.
Yes, I've designed it.
Tani strides over and throws the door open.
Oh, I drop to a knee. I mean, phaser is aiming
drone
into the room.
has a hand up at the door in a clenched fist, like it was getting ready to knock.
Tani draws herself up, looks it right in the eye, and says, "State your designation."
And I flinch. Internally, I just...
Second
keep my...
of 3.
Good thing she has rank.
And what is your functions?
Explore.
Where is your unimatrix?
Binary adjunct of sector of Unimatrix 0, 1.
Did I just hear that right?
What?
Second of 3, perform a diagnostic to confirm you are functioning correctly.
Processing. I am flawed.
Explain.
I cannot communicate with the collective. I am missing memories.
Incomplete.
And it's using the I pronoun.
All right.
Yeah, that's freaking me out a little bit.
Where are we? I, who are what is this?
Tani, I think it's really confused. How long has it been here, do you think?
How long?
Ta'ani gets visibly tense. And then she says, I am designated 7 of 13 primary piloting adjunct to scout 617. You have been out of contact for. David, ballpark me. Are we talking millennia here? Centuries? What are we talking about?
At least 500 years.
You have been out of contact for approximately 833 standard cycles.
Second of 3 takes a step back at that. What? You lie.
I surreptitiously set my phaser to stun.
Impossible.
Tani turns around and regards everybody with perfect calm. I am about to attempt something very dangerous.
Oh,
You're
good.
kidding.
Senior Chief Petty Officer.
Ma'am.
She looks you dead in the eye. If this goes wrong, and you are the best person qualified here to know if this is about to go wrong, I want you to kill us both immediately. Is that understood?
Take a short breath. Yes, ma'am.
I set my phaser
There's no
back.
hesitation. I have very little problem with this.
Tani turns back to second of 3 and says, second of 3, I am going to attempt to reconnect you. Stand by.
What the hell does that mean?
Understood.
Then she takes her hand and puts it on his face.
Oh,
Yep, saw that coming.
shit.
We're going to form us a mini collective.
Oh, good.
A collective of 2.
I tap my comm badge and whisper, Binars, scan everything.
All right, David, let's my mind to your mind. What am I doing?
This is going to be such a broken girl.
Which one?
Yep.
To Ani or second of 3?
Time's getting really close here. Am I going to need to be here for this, or can I skedaddle?
If you want to skedaddle, you probably can.
I do need to get away. Thanks so much, everybody.
Yeah.
Good luck with the mind meld.
Yeah,
This is either the coolest thing I'm ever going to do or the stupidest thing I'm ever going to do.
I'm definitely saying one of those is true. I'll put it that way.
Like
Zero of
the
you are going to
last
die.
thing you ever
Two of
do.
you are going to die.
Have fun,
Look, aren't
everybody.
these both
And-
often
and
one and the
seriously,
same?
Don't get me killed.
I wouldn't kill a player character while the player isn't even here.
Okay, so you guys should be safe for now. See ya.
Yeah. Yep.
Take it easy.
So as you start the mind meld,
I glance over at
you
Koss and
see
nod, just like,
memories,
you with me?
memories flooding through back, arriving at this station. When second first got to the station, it was a bright light. Like when you saw the pictures of it first activating, you see it flash to the scout cube that second was on. You see a homeworld on a planet in the Delta Quadrant that you don't truly recognize other than the Borg memory you have of it. You understand that this person is probably somewhere in the area of 1,000 years old. And it doesn't make sense. But second isn't promoting hostile intentions. This is second almost reminds you of you at this point. Except they haven't truly Borg self and become whatever they were before. They're still a Borg, but they have no connection to the collective.
How does he react to basically like having me in his head and like not being alone in his head at that moment, which was part of the point of this exercise?
He's curious, but he's not violent. He's not trying to force you out. He's trying to help you figure out whatever it is you're trying to figure out. And if he's not helping, he's at least just being passive and letting you go explore.
All right, well, I guess I'm going for okay, first, any knowledge of the crew, that the Starbase crew that showed up here?
No.
Okay.
Second's been in this room, and only in this room.
Okay. Any knowledge of the controls of the station or its purpose?
Yes. Second has knowledge of this, knows that the control room is just in this small alcove to the left. Yes, choice of the word alcove intentional.
Okay.
That there is another way into the alcove, so that the crew might have come in the other way and completely bypassed second. But second never interacted with a crew. These are the first beings that second has seen in roughly 500 years.
All right. So the controls are over in the alcove, and okay. So she leaves. Okay. So she starts to exit, and she sort of mentally does she does the Borg think, for lack of a better term, and she says, second of three, your program is now to assist us in our endeavors, at which point you will return to our ship and assimilate to become part of our collective. You will comply.
I will comply.
And Tani breaks the mind meld. She steps back and says, second of three is no danger to us and should be able to assist us in our endeavors. I have convinced it to return to the ship with us, and it shall probably advance Starfleet's knowledge of the Borg by several leaps and bounds.
The hell you say? Are you? I gotta refocus my brain here on this one. Are you certain about this, Commander?
I am. It will comply.
I better. Okay.
Chief, I bear you no ill will.
Oh, it calling me Chief just chills me. Like, I don't like that.
Ta'ani has told me much about who the Borg are now. I am not one of them. I served a different purpose back then.
I can't believe I'm conversing with a Borg. Being what?
We wanted to learn. We wanted to become better. Apparently somewhere things went wrong.
We are being inefficient with our time. We must move on.
This way.
So,
points to the
out of curiosity, has Zip ever spent significant time with Vulcans? I can't remember.
He was raised. He spent.
Okay,
He
Ta'ani
was
is
raised several years on Vulcan. Yeah.
okay. So Ta'ani is as uncomfortable with what the Borg just said as you have ever seen a Vulcan be with anything.
Okay. Which kind of freaks me out more, but sort of reassures me. But yeah, you're right. I can read Vulcans fairly well, just because I grew up with So I'm gonna keeping my phaser on the board, and it is still set to kill. I walk over to Koss, sidestep to Koss to say, "Keep yours on Tiani, maximum stun." And then just like whisper it. I'm sure she can still hear me with her Vulcan ears, but just trying to be subtle. And I just gesture, lead the way. I don't say it, but I just gesture with lead the way.
Without even
it's Tiani's game now. Yeah.
without even turning back, Tiani just says, "Your caution is noted and is logical."
And I just nod.
Yeah. Koss nods, takes point, and opens the control door.
Cool.
And inside, you see a control room and a crew member. Starfleet uniform. Female. Human. Yellow.
Rank.
Breathing.
The gold. Lieutenant.
Breathing.
Breathing.
Okay.
Sitting in a chair. Trying to make sense of everything that is going on in that control room.
Report, Lieutenant.
Does she notice us?
Not at first, not until Tawani speaks.
Okay.
She looks up, rubs her eyes because she's been staring at monitors, and goes, Lieutenant Commander, wow, I didn't think anyone would come rescue me. Is that a Borg?
It is of no concern. What is your...
Okay,
Tommy almost says designation and then says, "What is your name, Lieutenant?"
Tyler. Lieutenant Tyler.
You are from the Starbase, Lieutenant Tyler?
Yeah, the Commander Dr. What's-Her-Face sent us.
That gets an eyebrow, and Tani pulls out the medical scanner.
Commander, put the tricorder away. I've been staring at data pads for... what's today?
I give her the start date. I don't remember what it is.
It's 3 weeks. I've been here for 3 weeks. Wow, 3 weeks. So sorry. There's data here like nobody's business. This is an Iconian station.
Oh,
okay.
I don't know
God.
if you knew that. This is
At
Iconian.
that, I look,
oh God.
without taking my eyes off the board, I glance over at I sort of lean towards my nurse and say, "Have fun, guys," and just indicate the monitors. And they just rush in and start examining everything like kids in a candy shop.
That look. Yeah, that was me 2 weeks ago.
No. That's not in character. That's oh God. That's not me in character.
But
I want the binars to start like they're grabbing data pads, they're picking them up, they're tucking them away, they're scanning the systems. They are just they're at an amusement park and they're having a blast as close as they can get in this situation. Yeah. What? So I'm assuming Tiani's checking the lieutenant out.
Yeah.
So I just look over at the lieutenant and go, "What have you found about this place? Anything?"
Well, there were like 4 guardians. I did my best to knock them down. I saw you guys encountered one. You're welcome that it was only at like a quarter strength.
you did that? You took down 4 of these things.
Well, no, not personally, not with a phaser, with controls. I was working to disable them. Yours was the last one I was on. I was working on rewriting program, and I got most of it done, but you guys were just a little fast. If you guys had come in a different way, you would have avoided it. But I get it. At least you guys avoided the gravitational distortions. Good job.
That sounds fun.
Yeah,
sounds fun.
that's where 2 of my team got lost.
How many were there again?
There were.
Were we told it?
There were 4 of us.
4. Okay.
We lost our commander to the first Guardian fight.
I forgot. Did they take a shuttle over to the sphere?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay.
The shuttle's still in the landing bay.
Okay.
You
So
saw
I'll just
that,
ask,
right?
So I said, so why didn't you ever return to the station? They've been wondering what's going on this entire time.
No, shuttle's out of power. Figured that would have been the first thing you guys checked. I wrote a message in there telling you guys how to get to me. Did nobody go in there?
I just glanced at Koss. He glances at me. Neither of us say anything. We glance back at her. It was like, I'm just gonna focus on the. I just keep focusing.
I missed that one. Yeah. Maybe next time. Man, never mind. Not important. You guys are here now.
Right.
Yeah. So you brought binars. They'll help. They'll help a lot. Yeah. Even though I've been here 3 weeks, I still don't know everything. I can't figure this out. I made it glow once. I haven't been able to do that again. I want to do that again.
Was it the glowing that caused the accretion disk to tilt?
Yes.
Okay.
She doesn't know that.
Right. I was just thinking that's what they said on the bridge. Yeah.
But yes, that's what the station told you.
Do you remember what controls you were using at least?
Chief, if you were awake for 3 weeks straight, would you remember anything you did 3 weeks ago?
You'd be surprised what I can do in 3 weeks. Yeah, what I've had to do. But that's neither here nor there. I understand. Okay, so I look. Okay, I can't tell the binars to focus on something. We have no idea what. Okay. Is there anything you can give us a head start on these controls?
Well, I started work on that bank of controls, and she points to her left. And I've been working my way over to here. So
methodically?
Or jumping around. I mean, again, it's that whole memory thing after 3 weeks, but I mean, there's some smudges over there, so I know I was there, and I still see dust on that side, so I don't think I was over there.
I just nod my head.
So I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Things. Start over there. Start your work. Start over there. Start making your way around. See what you can find that way. Then I look over at Tiani, glance over. It's like, Commander, what now?
I suggest we attempt to ascertain how to reverse the black hole rotation first. or learn what we can.
And call the captain.
Ah, yes. And, well, and would it be possible to use, is there any sort of communication device here that we can use to communicate through the neutronium shielding?
Well, there was something in those Guardians. You could probably tear into their heads and rig something up to your shuttles. I started dismantling one over and she gives you the room location. And I was gonna hook it up to my shuttle, but then I had no power. So
Can we
you can
use the
give
one?
that a try.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Okay. Can we use the one that we took down?
Probably.
Probably.
I mean, they all seem to be the same. That one might be the big guy, the boss. So maybe that has the most powerful one. It was the hardest for me to crack. Might make sense for you to try that one.
Okay. I don't want to split the party. I'm thinking about it. Okay. Commander, permission to salvage that head and take it to the shuttle. See if I can get a message out to the ship.
Granted. Keep in contact as able.
Will do. I take my hand my. Oh no, that's what I do. Keep my Type 2 phaser by reaching to my other boot, pull out my Type 1 phaser, and hand it over to Koss, and just motion to both Johnny and the Borg. He knows what to do, and then I head back out of the room towards the room with the Guardian.
So are you going to take Hopkins with you?
We have a Hopkins.
Yeah,
Oh, the
remember
lieutenant. Sorry.
The crazy person.
No.
You had 2 random people with you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You had 2 people to be named later.
I
You
blanked
want
on
to
those
take
guys.
security guy Hopkins with you?
Yes, absolutely. I completely blanked on that. Yeah, I'll just motion, motion that he come with me, and then we'll head out. Watch my back.
All right, so Ensign Hopkins goes with you.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
That's good to
this
have.
is why you brought 2 random people with you.
Yes.
Just in case we
Soldiers.
needed to spend that extra support, and we just did.
There you go. All
I
right.
remember you talking about, and I was thinking that was for the planet, but you've got Second and everyone down there, so.
It was 2 random people on both away teams.
Gotcha.
All right. Yoren, are you ready for planet, or should we stick with the station?
I'm a little out of it right now, so I don't know if I can hold a good conversation because it's late.
Okay. Then I'll start wrapping. Station.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. So
Sounds good.
Binars. Binars are going to make an engineering, reason engineering roll.
You want me to make it?
Are they
Sure.
really, though?
Okay.
Well, they're going to attempt it.
Sorry,
I'm
getting a little tired myself.
This is going to be difficulty 1.
Okay. It's reason engineering, so 14. I'm glad they brought their cheat sheets. Okay. And we have tons of momentum, right?
Yeah, 6.
Yeah.
6. Oh, I'll burn one then. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
And one assists the other.
Yep. Oh,
one of them
gets
probably has focus.
Is that how we're working them, David? One does the work, one assists? Or
Sure.
is it just one roll? Okay. All right. Since computers is a focus, I'll use that. All right, so here we go. 4, 6, 4. Their focus would be on engineering.
Dang. That's like 5 successes.
Yeah. Yeah. That's 5.
Okay.
Oh, and then the other one assists. 4 or 5. So that's 6 successes. If I'm reading the crits right.
Okay, so one of them gets momentum. You have 4 flow over successes. What would they like to do?
Oh, they're just gonna dig for information and figure out how things work. Yeah.
Great. So they basically, not only have they figured out how to make it glow, they've basically figured out disco ball mode, how to call for SOS, how to summon the Iconians back from the
Oh,
grave.
good.
And
Let's not do that one.
No,
Let's no.
not serious there.
Okay.
They've
Damn.
figured out how to call Q.
We'll hold
They
that one in
leave
the
a
back
message.
pocket.
Leave a message on his email.
Yeah.
We don't know which Q.
Dear Q.
Could be Corbin Burson Q.
Right.
Oh.
We love you. Please come on. Please come over.
All right. Jeez. Nothing bad will happen.
Yeah. No. So seriously though, they basically can tell you what most of these controls do. They have methodically looked through things, trial errored things, and they go, oh, yeah, this one shuts off the gravity.
They figured out.
And then they flip the switch, and you all float in the air for a moment, and then they turn it back on.
Oh, I don't. I'm in
Please
another
do
room.
not
I don't like
do that again.
I don't like that. I was like, what? I tap on my comm badge, like, what the hell just happened?
Chief, we figured out which one controlled gravity.
Fantastic. Did you happen to figure out which one makes calls?
Is it hollow that it doesn't have its own gravitational field? Considering it's planet-sized?
It could be. I think I know where David's going with the Iconian
If
angle
it's
here.
a base, it would be mostly hollow, so it'd be like a
According to
star-based
Hollow, and
one.
I have touched the sky.
Oh no. Gotcha.
Um,
So, but seriously, on the comm, I asked him, have you figured out communications? Can we contact the Hadfield?
Close. We figured out how to disable the neutronium shielding within the base, and they flipped that switch, and now you can get signal in all the rooms.
You can disable neutronium?
Well, you can get a signal into every room inside of the base.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was going to
disable
say.
oxygen. I disable iron.
My tricorder just suddenly lights up. I'm like, well, that's okay. That's more like it, guys. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, so you basically have a map on your tricorder now.
Excellent.
Or you're working on a map.
Right.
You have a partial map. Your tricorder's scanning for more of a map.
Cool. So.
Anything else you want, Chief? I'm pretty sure we can do that.
Coffee?
Figuring out how to rotate a black hole accretion disk would be fantastic. Top priority. See what you can manage.
Still working on that one.
Appreciate it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna we're trying.
Keep it up. I'm not gonna bug you. Okay. Zip out. Zimmerman out.
Okay.
Tap my comm badge. And I just go into the room with the Guardian and my little my escort there.
Yeah. So you get in there and you go, oh, it's not nearly as tough as he.
I give it a quick scan just to make sure it's dead, like really dead.
Oh, it's dead.
Excellent. All right, so I scan the head for the control centers and look for a good place on the neck to sever it.
Yep, not a problem whatsoever.
Right.
You can sever that thing easily.
Oh yeah, use my
this
phaser.
is done to like difficulty 0 stuff. That's why there's no rolls.
Yeah. I'll just use my phaser, sever it off, grab it, and just look at what was it? What was his name?
Hopkins.
Hopkins. Good. Say, just
Trophy.
keep covering my back, and I am not going to say this is going easily because that's the worst thing you can possibly say. And remember that's rule number 2. And I head over. I have him. I bring him with me and head towards the shuttles.
You want me to carry that?
You carry your phaser. And a
Oh,
trike.
okay.
That will be great. Thank you very much, though.
Gotcha.
Rule
So
3, cardio.
Yeah. I did not think of that.
So you walk back into the room with all the glyphs, and you go, oh. You see some of them starting to glow, and you swear that some of them start to look like English letters.
Don't step in the gateway. Don't step in the gateway.
I slow down for a second, a little confused and a little worried. But I just motion to Hopkins to keep coming, and we just go out the room. But I do tap my comm badge, Zimmerman to Tiani.
Tani here.
Okay. We're almost to the shuttle bay, but the room with all the glyphs, I don't know if they built the universal translation into their tech or what, but it's starting to become English letters, at least as far as I can tell. Don't know what this means, but I'm not sure I like it.
What is it saying?
Can I look back and see if I can read anything and hope it's not the Necronomicon?
Yeah.
Well, okay. What is it saying? Or do I need a roll? Or
You see the word danger.
that's a good word to find.
Yeah.
But nothing
great.
else.
You see the word betrayal.
Right.
And you see the word
This is-
trust.
I relay that to Tiani and then say, other than danger, I do not know what to make of this.
We'll keep it in mind. Be vigilant.
Will do. And I don't run, but we book it to the shuttles because I'm a little weirded out by this. I need to make we need to report it in. Excuse me.
Okay. So you get to the shuttle,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to bounce back to that control room.
Sure.
And Lieutenant Tyler is going to make a roll. Would you like me to spend momentum for her?
Oh, good. That means she's on our side. Yes, please do.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's not a Cthulian demon worshiper.
Oh, look at that. Commander, I think I just remembered how to make it glow.
Interesting. Proceed, I suppose.
She pivots in her chair, taps 3 buttons, and you see the room start to glow an iridescent blue.
Didn't even need a mind meld for that one.
I'm not always going to mind meld everything. It's just that mind melding with it's forms. It's like the collective.
No, you've just mind melded with a Romulan and a Borg.
Who are questionably hostile both times. It's like your comfort food invading the minds of someone else.
Oh, jeez.
Tanya's a vampire.
Is it just the room? Is it just that one room that glows? The control room?
Hopkins turns to you and says, Chief,
I look up from working the shuttle controls. Yep.
the
What the hell?
glyphs are glowing again.
And they're saying what?
The ones in the room or the ones in the shuttle bay?
The ones in the glyph room.
I get. Sure.
They're
Hmm?
they're saying words.
Like? Or are they words you can't read?
Words that make me nervous, like run, now, Die. War.
Or okay, yeah, I'm with you on the nervous. Report that in. I'm going to try to finish this comm link up.
He
And-
taps on his commander.
Yes?
The glyphs are saying more words.
Such as?
War, run, die, leave now.
Perhaps we should take their advice. Zip,
I
what
think
is
that might be prudent.
Zip? What is the condition of the shuttle?
Oh, that's a good question. Our shuttle should be fine. I've just been trying to work with the head to get the communications working outside the sphere.
Yeah.
So am I successful so far? I guess.
Yes.
Okay.
So your shuttle will work. What you need is a means of you need a means of triggering the iris that opens and shuts the entrance to this station. You had it from the outside. You don't have it from the inside.
Lieutenant Tyler, do you know anything? Or, sorry, that is who I should ask, right? I'm sorry, I'm losing focus a little bit. Lieutenant Tyler, do you know anything about opening the iris of the station from this side?
Haven't come across it, Commander. It's probably over on those data banks, those controls over there. Should be simple. It's that, or the whole communications thing your chief was going to do. Get your ship to do it from the outside, and you're out freeze day. I mean, we're all
Indeed.
out freeze day.
Indeed. She communicates. She hits her comm badge. Lieutenant Commander Zimmerman. Oh my God, I'm so tired. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Senior Chief Petty Officer Zimmerman. Can you use your communication device to contact the Hadfield and have them open the iris for us?
Trying to hail them now, and I start tapping the keys and sending out sitcom signals.
All right, that is where you're going to make a roll, and we'll get out on, hopefully on this. Give me a control con roll.
Oof. I'm gonna use
Actually, hold on.
Oh, okay.
No, with you. Yeah, with you, I'll give it engineering.
Control engineering.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's gonna be difficulty 2.
I'll use a momentum.
Okay.
All right. Clear this.
And I'm going to raise the complication range by 3.
Ooh, so 17.
Yes.
And you said control engineering. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Because I was looking at thing one's thing. Now you look at my sheet. That's better. Okay. So I need 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Player characters should be better than NPCs.
Yeah. Yeah. Can I use my computer's focus?
No, but I'll let the shuttle assist you.
Good enough. Okay. Here's my rolls. 8, 4, 8. Oh, man. Oops. No, sorry. That was a D10. I knew that didn't look right. That was too consistent. Here we go. 12, 8, 18. So
Excellent.
2 successes. And then
A complication. The shuttle
Yep.
assists.
Okay.
You got 3 successes, but a complication.
Okay.
So you get a signal through. It's a little garbled at first, but the Hadfield's able to clear it up. And Captain Roan goes, all right, Chief, we're there. We'll be there. Just signal us when you need it. When you need it open. From when you went in, the iris only stays open for about a minute.
Ooh.
So we don't want to trigger it too early.
I make sure I've tied everyone's comms into the signal so everyone gets to hear it.
Okay.
Okay. Understood, Captain. We'll use it at the right time.
All right. Koss is going to say, Commander, what do we do about stopping the light up of the station? How do we stop it from emitting the waves that it's emitting?
Good question. I think Tucker's gone.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
What do we do about stopping the station from emitting the waves to the black hole? How do we get it to stop when it's done what we need it to do?
We're not sure. We're investigating the control room now.
Can we rig some sort of a control device?
Senior Chief Petty Officer Zimmerman would probably be more qualified than I to speak to that.
Indeed.
Are the binars still there?
They are.
What? Actually, yeah.
They never want to leave.
I'm sorry. I'm really starting to fade out.
Okay. I mean, this may be a great stopping point for us to pick up next time.
Yeah, I would.
Sounds good to me before the station explodes.
I appreciate that. I'm sorry.
The station hasn't exploded. We're on the verge of that. We've got a station activated, which is a great time to flip back to the planet.
Yep.
Because now you can go, hey, look, cool stuff.
Indeed, which would be perfect start for next week.
Okay, then I like where we're at.
After.
For December 15th. So, and you guys got a Borg drone.
Yeah, we do.
That's
good.
Yippies. Yeah.
We're turning into Warship Voyager by the day.
Which was never part of the plan, by the way. That was all improv. So, yay.
There just happened to be a Borg there.
So as you guys got to the control room, I read this little line in the notes for the mission, and it said, clear the control room of threats. And I'm like, hey, that sounds fun. Originally I was going to have it be an even more advanced Guardian, and I'm like, that's boring. You guys just fought a Guardian.
Yep.
And I'm like, what else has a laser that can come out? Oh, a Borg drone. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to
missed it.
I'm going to eventually make a Borg Third Dynasty joke. That's a very specific Star Trek Online joke. Basically, back in the day, they had what was called the exploration system, where you could go explore procedurally generated systems. Well, what would happen is one of the missions you could encounter was where you had to get artifacts from a particular species' third dynasty. But the thing was, because like historical archaeological artifacts, right, from the Romulan third dynasty or the Gord third dynasty or something. But the thing is, because it was randomly generated, they used the race list for the game, which meant that one of the races you could face was the Borg. So you'd wind up trying to get artifacts from the Borg third dynasty. It's ridiculous, right? Of course they don't have a third dynasty.
Right.
But there it was. So Borg third dynasty is a reference to an old, and so that's, I mean, when you said old Borg, that was the first thing I thought of.
Mhm.
But it makes total sense that we'd have Borg 1,000 years ago. So
They
I
had
was-
to have a version 0.1 alpha,
yeah,
and then the beta testers came in, and man, the Borg were broken after that.
all right. So wow.
They said, "What's the opposite of Nerf?" Let's see. And,
OP.
All right. Well, on that lovely note, thank you guys for playing. Thank you
Yeah,
to whoever
it's a good one.
watched for watching.
Thank for make.
And next time on the planet.
King of Yorin.
Gee,
If you can't be a god, be a king.
This is going to turn
King
into
God.
like one of those Pirates of the Caribbean skits, I'm sure.
Oh, gosh.
Hopefully they're not cannibals.
Is that our tagline for next time's episode? Hopefully
That
they're
should
not
probably be our
cannibals.
standard motto, ship motto.
I like that.
Actually,
Look,
we do
this
have
is not
a
the
ship
sunless
motto.
this isn't sunless skies yet.
What is our ship's motto? I had this at one point. It was really cool.
That should be on our plaque.
It's
Ship
now
placard.
hopefully they're not cannibals.
Yep.
I don't want that, guys. Don't make me. Don't make me do that.
You know, that's something we'll do on Practical Joke Day. We'll swap it out, see who notices.
Okay,
It
fine.
happens to be the same day the Admiral visit, Shelby visits, and whoops.
Yeah, it's try consciously to help others succeed.
Well, that's all normal.
Yeah,
Did they do that to try to keep us in line because we're all weirdos?
Hopefully they're not cannibals. I don't want to help them succeed. So
It's really weird because most of you are actually listed on the dedication plaque.
Uh-oh. What the heck did we do?
John, how did I not list you on the dedication plaque? I gotta fix that.
okay.
No, it's really weird. It's like, yeah, I actually think that's what's happened is most people that are on this dedication plaque have now become part of this crew.
Perfect.
Yeah. Wait, are we talking in a character kind of way or in a player kind of way?
Well, most of the players in this campaign are people listed on the dedication plaque.
Those of us who didn't get a shuttle named after them.
Right.
We're part owners of the ship.
Yeah. Well, because I'm the chief of
We are
staff,
gods.
and then really the people that helped either my love of Star Trek or in some of the design of this are part of the Starfleet Command, and then the podcasters of Attack Wing are the engineering corps, and
Nice.
then random good Star Trek Attack Wing people are part of research and development.
Cool. All right, let's get this out of here and get some sleep.
All right. Good night, all. Thank you. I'm now hitting stop.